You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, yo, yo. What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good? Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Yes, Sirski, yes, Sirski. Hold on, let me get my eyes together. I see that on the roll call, we got my brother from Oklahoma in the building, Oscar Perez. What it do? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We are here. We are here. Turn this down. Bro. All right, Trump in the building, my boy Trump in the building. He said, I would say challenge Leo KO out champion Lopez list of the year. Yeah, I got a list already compiled, and that is definitely on him. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. But, yeah, before we get started and get to it, man, let's go ahead and bow our heads. Thank the Most High. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for these blessings. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful day.
opportunity to breathe again, opportunity to see again, opportunity to feel again, opportunity to make the world a better place again, Lord. And a lot of times we focus on our goals and our own achievements, or our own things that we desire to achieve, and our own endeavors, Lord. And we forget the most important endeavor is for us to make the world a better place while we try to progress ourselves individually as well. And Lord, let's always put our best foot forward and do that, and take care of our fellow man and woman, and do things that's more selfless as opposed to selfish, Lord. And also let us utilize our talents, Lord. Sometimes we overlook our own talents. We focus on what this person has or that person has, or what this person does or doesn't do. We forget to look inward towards ourselves and look at our own reflection in the mirror and think of the things that we can do, Lord. There's nothing that we can't do. If somebody else can accomplish it, we can accomplish it as well, Lord. You give us all the same blessings. May not give us all the same talents, but you give us all the same blessings as long as we utilize them to the maximum extent and to the best of our ability. And we keep looking up towards you, then everything will be more than okay. It will be beautiful. It will be fine. It'll be terrific, Lord. So please continue to bless us and give us the strength to keep going and conquer not only our fears, but conquer our goals as well, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen, amen, amen. So the main thing is we gonna start off today. You know, I still can't get over yesterday, bro. Like yesterday, I'm gonna give you all a brief little recap. Yesterday, I was talking about don't forget to hit that like button as well. I was talking about how my boy. Oh yeah, it's not working. Okay, I got to figure out why this isn't working. You know, keep it like that though. Yeah, it's not working. All right, but yeah, we were talking about my boy yesterday, Robert Garcia, man. How he was talking about Beterbiev and the potential future fight between Canelo, you know, for undisputed, and he was saying that he thinks Canelo would win, and that's okay. You know, I disagree, but I'm not mad at that, right? I'm not mad at that at all because Canelo's a beast, Hall of Famer, all-time great. But I think Beterbiev, you know, his power is different, you know, and his size is different. But that's okay. Like you can make an argument for Canelo, you know, for Cinnamon, because like I say, he's an all-time great. You can make an argument for him to beat anybody, in my opinion, especially when you talk about his accolades. But who you can't make an argument to beat Beterbiev, in my opinion, is David Morrell or maybe David Benavidez, but not even him either. You know, David Benavidez' best win is Caleb Plant, I would say, and that's a good win. You know, Caleb Plant's a beast. And his second best win would probably be Boo Boo Andre, and those are his like two most recent wins. You know, some of his most recent wins. His most recent win being Alexander Vosdik at his debut at light heavyweight. But Beterbiev he's just a whole other monster, man. And to say that you think Benavidez and Morrell could beat Beterbiev, to be as crazy. Morrell only has like 11 wins, 11 fights, you know, and he didn't look that good against Hot Rod Kolodzic in his last fight. But I just think it's funny though, man. Shout out to Robert Garcia, because he could be right. You know, it is boxing, man. It is boxing, and you just never know, man. You never know, man. But yeah, I also want to talk about, you know, I was just reflecting on some of the stoppages this year that we've seen, man. Some of the great boxing that we've witnessed, and I was just thinking about KO of the year, man. KO of the year this year is gonna be hot. That is gonna be hot, man. So of course we have Bakhram, what he just did this weekend to Tim Tszyu, right? That was crazy, right? But we still saw a lot more, you know. We still saw a lot more that I don't think we should forget, you know. So I think off rip we want to say give me a second, chat. We want to say, dang it. All right. Yeah, all right. So off rip, we want to say, because that's the freshest in our mind. A lot of people are saying, "Oh yeah, man, that was upset of the year and KO of the year." And it might be upset of the year, but there's some upsets of the year to consider as well. Like this was a major upset, you know, Bakhram versus Tim Tszyu. But there was another major upset too in the same sanctioning body, but in another division, the IBF, same IBF, but just in the heavyweight division with Dubois and AJ. You know, and it's a very similar situation because the heavy underdog was Bakhram Murtazaliev, who was the IBF champion, and the major underdog was Daniel Dubois, who was the IBF champion. And, you know, and they both proved the masses wrong, you know. So I think that Bakhram Murtazaliev is a major upset of the year candidate for sure. but I think also Daniel Dubois AJ's a major upset of the year candidate. And you know, Bacoli versus Jared Anderson. I think that amongst the boxing world, those that aren't, and no disrespect if you get something wrong, you're not a casual because you get something wrong. But I think the majority of those that are familiar with Bacoli didn't really see it as an upset like we didn't, because we picked Bacoli. But that was an upset too, you know, Bacoli over Jared Big Baby Anderson. So he said just because of how it went down, Bakhram upset, AJ, KO AJ. Yeah, that's good. So yeah, I think that there are some things to discuss in regards to that, man. I think that you know, upset, it's tough, man, because I think that was an upset of the year. I think that was an upset. I think Angelo Leo could be considered upset and KO of the year, you know, against Luis Lopez. What we just saw again that we cannot forget, man. We Seiya Tsutsumi versus Takuma Inoue. That was a major upset. You know, smaller divisions, people don't pay attention, but as much. But Tsutsumi over Takuma Inoue was a big upset. We can't forget that either, you know. And so I think that upset of the year is very going to be very hot this year. So is KO of the year. KO of the year is about to be exciting when we discuss that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of another upset. We had another upset too. Even if you want to look at the girls, you know, Terry Harper was an upset over Rhiannon Dixon. Not a major upset though, but Rhiannon Dixon was a favorite for sure. Who else? You know, there were some upsets, man. Oh, Liam Paro and Subra Matias. That was an upset, right? So, and that was in the hometown of Subra Matias. You know, it was in Puerto Rico. You know, even what's my boy's name? Brian Norman Jr. over Giovanni Santillan. That was an upset, and that could be KO of the year as well. So like, there's some guys, man, and girls that have been doing their thing. So there's a lot of upsets. I would say for me though, upset of the year would probably be, I don't know, man. I might lean towards yeah, but yeah, nobody saw him winning because he didn't win. So I don't know what you're talking about. so you're right. No one saw him winning. We still don't see him winning because Ryan Garcia cheated. So
we do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all.
Yeah, so when you say no one saw him winning so convincing, man, and that's a lie because you're looking at somebody who bet money on Ryan Garcia to win. I just not like a goofy and think that Ryan Garcia cheating is inconsequential, because when is having PEDs in your system inconsequential? So no, so when you say nobody, you're wrong on 2 counts. You're wrong when you said nobody, because I am well documented betting money on Ryan Garcia to beat Devin Haney, which I was right and I won money consequently. And then you're also wrong because he didn't beat him because he cheated. So that's why it's a no contest. So you're wrong, and you're wrong 2 times in one short statement. Come on, Trump, do better, bro. You got to do better, brother. So you're wrong on 2 counts. But anyway, we talk about real boxing, not people that cheat. But yeah, so there's a lot of upsets, man, and that would have been upset of the year though. Yes, I think that would have been upset of the year if it was clean, you know, and if it was legal, but it wasn't, so it's not qualified. But yeah, so that upset of the year, I think, like I said, for me, we also called Liam Paro versus Subra Matias too. That was another one. Even Rayo Valenzuela versus Isa Pitbull Cruz, that was an upset as well, you know. So there's a lot, man, but I think I would lean towards Liam Paro versus Subra Matias. I know a lot of people would say, hey, Bakhram versus Tim Tszyu, Dubois versus AJ, but I think I would lean towards Liam Paro, because him going to Puerto Rico from Australia and just winning like that, that was another IBF. Yo, IBF is going crazy. Subra Matias was IBF as well. That's crazy. Bro, what's up with the IBF, man? He said, what's it? Oh, sorry, I might mispronounce it. El Mata Chico. El Mata Chico said, hi, this is sad, man. I like Tim too. I think Tim could bounce back. He's in a hot division, you know, so it's not over for Tim. If you like Tim, just stick with him, man. Just stick with him, man. So, yeah, just stick with him, man. Doctor, when was the last prize fight enrolled in anti-doping testing? Yeah, you got it, bro. I'm not going down this road with you, bro. If you don't think Ryan Garcia cheated, that's up to you, bro. I could care less, bro. I'm not here to convince you. I mean, it got turned to a no contest. You could be in denial if you want to, because cheating doesn't matter, right? So I mean, okay. I don't care what you think in regards to that. There's nothing to think. There's nothing to think. There's nothing to thought. There's nothing to speculate. It's right there. in your face. So it's changed to a no contest by New York State Athletic Commission due to VADA and VADA test. There's a whole bunch of fighters that you could go to Boxer Rec, and it literally has a check mark to tell you who's enrolled in VADA. So you can do your own research. I'm not here to do it for you, bro. I don't know. I'm not here to entertain nonsense. I'm here to talk boxing, not your love and infatuation for fighters to not even acknowledge that they cheated. So that's on you, bro. I could care less what you think in regards to that. But yeah, you're not gonna dictate the conversation. So we upset of the year, like we were talking about. I think it's between, for me personally, it's between Liam Paro and Liam Paro's win over Subra Matias, and the WBO champion for welterweight division Brian Norman over Giovanni Santillan. Those two, because of how it went down, right? Liam Paro went to Australia. He's from Australia. He went to Puerto Rico and dethroned Subra Matias. Brian Norman went to Giovanni Santillan's backyard and dethroned him there. So I think that, you know, they were such heavy underdogs that I don't even know if I could put anybody else there, because at least, like, even with AJ and Dubois, they're both from England, so you weren't in somebody else's backyard, right? You know, Brian Norman went to San Diego, California, and dethroned Giovanni Santillan. Brian Norman went to San Diego, California, and dethroned Giovanni Santillan. Jeez. Liam Paro went to Puerto Rico and dethroned Subra Matias. So for me, I think it's between those two, and I would lean towards Liam Paro. Now, KO of the year. Now this is the one that's going to be very interesting. I think this is going to be very hot. You could also consider Lucas Body and H2O Silv. That's a good KO of the year. Silv was essentially winning every moment of that fight before Lucas Body caught a body. That was a good KO. We got Bakhram versus Tim Tszyu. That was an upset and potential KO. 3-round demolition. We can't forget about Tank versus Frank Martin. That was a super KO. You know, like I said, Frank Martin, I feel like he's still asleep right now. You can still consider Daniel Dubois and AJ. That could be KO of the year. You could think of, let's shout out to the ladies. We have what's her name? Clarissa Shields and Joe Anisi making her debut at heavyweight for a title, stopping her. And what was that? Was that 2 rounds? KO of the year, you got Martin Bacoli, you know what I'm saying? The badman from the Democratic Republic of Congo going against Big Baby Anderson. That could be KO of the year. What about Erislandy Lara versus Michael Zarafa, another guy from down under, you know, the Cuban fighter. Erislandy Lara knocked out Zarafa cold, and I think in 2 rounds as well, you know. I'm trying to think what else, chat. Ajit Caballel and Frank Sanchez. I don't think that's really KO of the year, but that was a nice stoppage as well. You know, Frank Sanchez, another Cuban fighter, he was looking good, you know, and we had Ajit Caballel beating Frank Sanchez, but it was a good fight back and forth while it lasted. You know, Frank Sanchez was competitive, using his jab, using his movement as we anticipated, but we also anticipated that Ajit Caballel would eventually break him down. So yeah, he said cool breeze, yep. I don't know if I agree with you that it was a huge upset, yeah, and it was a KO of the year, but it was dominant on behalf of what's my guy's name? H2O Silv. He won every moment of that fight up until he didn't. So yeah, that was definitely fire, man. He said Foster versus Casesa was an upset too. Yeah, but that was a robbery though. We're not gonna include robberies in upsets, because that should not have been an upset. You know what I'm saying? That, but you're right, that was an upset, but it was a robbery, and it wasn't an upset. It wasn't a huge upset, because I don't think Foster was a heavy favorite. You know, Robson Casesa was a good fighter. Robson Casesa only lost to he just came off a draw with Navarrete, and he only lost to Shakur Stevenson and somebody else. I can't remember who was the other person he lost to. Anyway, but yeah, that wasn't a huge upset, but that was an upset, but it was mostly a robbery, Chico. He said Worthy over Clark was a good one. Yep, Worthy over Clark, that first round destruction, that was crazy. You have Zhang over Wilder. That could be KO of the year. Had my boy Wilder, the American, turned around looking. He thought he was getting jumped by 2 Chinamen. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Bang Zhang from China, you know. You also have, who else? Nakatani versus Alejandro Santiago. I like me some Junto Nakatani, man. He dropped Santiago. You can also say against Astrolabio too for KO of the year because he hit him with one shot to the stomach, which it was just, it happened so fast in the first round, and it didn't even look devastating. I don't even know if I could put that up there, but that was also up there. You know, you also have Angelo Leo versus Luis Venado Lopez at the featherweight division. That Angelo Leo coming off a pro box, that he had Luis Lopez, man. Shout out to him. I'm glad he's okay, but he looked like he was instantly concussed. Like I said, we had Bakhram versus Tszyu, Dubois and AJ. Speaking of Dubois and AJ, we had AJ and Ngannou. AJ and Ngannou, he was holding it down for boxing. Yeah, exactly, Oscar. AJ and Ngannou. Yep, I was just about to get there. So I know I'm missing some other ones too. Who else we missing, chat? We just went through a lot for KO of the year. I'm missing somebody too. We said Tank versus Frank. I feel like I'm missing some. We said Clark and Wardley. Dang, I feel like I'm missing somebody else, chat. We went through a lot though. But there's just so, that's what I'm saying. When you sit there and think about it, there's a whole lot of KOs of the year, man. KO of the year candidates. And me personally, I don't know. I might lean toward, I know it's gonna sound crazy, and this is why it's kind of wild, right? Because I think you have to think of other factors like competitiveness and stuff like that. But if you just go off of raw KO, I think that Lucas Body and Silva will be up there. But I also think if you go off raw KO, AJ and I don't think nothing's beating AJ and Ngannou, man. But once you factor that Ngannou's not really a boxer and stuff like that, it's like, okay, then you might want to consider other things. And then when you look at Michael Zarafa and Erislandy Lara, you consider that he's 40. You know, same with Zhang, he's 40, but Deontay Wilder's the same age, if not older. I know Deontay Wilder's 3 years younger than Zhang, but he has almost 50 fights. He has literally double the amount of fights that Zhang has. So he's older when you consider his age being 38, and in addition to how many fights he has in boxing, he's definitely older than Zhang. So yeah, and then you can also, what about Beterbiev and Callum Smith? Remember that happened in January. Artur Beterbiev and Callum Smith, that was a stoppage, overwhelming. He just beat him up, you know that. But KO of the year, I think it could be considered. I don't think it would win, but I think it'd be considered. Yeah, that Leo KO was nasty, man. For Oscar saying he has Junto, Daniel Dynamite Dubois, Naoya Inoue, and Louis Nery. That was a stoppage. I forgot about Naoya Inoue and Louis Nery. Yeah, bro, I forgot about. Yeah, you said fighter of the year, but nah, I don't think Naoya. I think Triple D definitely, or Junto. I think they both beat Naoya. But Naoya has a fight in December for Sam Goodman, so it depends on how he looks there. But his competition this year has not been too impressive. You know, Louis Nery, that was had more of a historical significance because Louis Nery, his history with Japan, right, is very shaky. You know, he's known to abuse illegal tactics according to Japan, and especially like with missing weight and, you know, things that people in America say that don't matter, you know, like missing weight, you know, having PEDs in your system. Yeah, they consider that cheating and you get banned indefinitely in Japan. But people over here, they want to argue that Ryan Garcia didn't do anything wrong. You know, it's funny, right? It's funny when you consider American boxing and our mentality compared to people that actually like the sport, like in Japan, and they don't care about a guy because who they're dating or the selfies that they take in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Real groupie shit, if you be honest. Like there's nothing to question about somebody cheating. It's either you fail the test or you pass the test. Any other questions is just you coping with the man of your life, I guess, the man of your dreams cheating, I guess. I don't know what it is. It's very weird to me. But yeah, I think that you know, Louis Nery, now you anyway stopping Louis Nery. What about Bam Rodriguez and Juan Francisco Estrada, El Gallo? That was a good stoppage too, and that was a back and forth fight for a while it lasted. So there's just so many, man. There's so many. I think that in my opinion, for fighter of the year, that's a tough one too. Like Oscar said, I would go between Junto and Dubois, because Junto fought Alessandro Santiago, he fought Vincent Astrolabio, and he just fought CP Freshmart. CP Freshmart was 76-1, 76 wins and 1 loss, and his 1 loss came to Takuma Inoue. But now he has 2 losses, and you know, so I think that Junto Nakatani's opposition was a little stiffer than Naoya Inoue's, in my personal opinion. So to me, fighter of the year, a better claim would be Junto and Daniel Dubois, just because Daniel, see, and the difference with Daniel Dubois is that Daniel Dubois, he was the underdog in all of his fights. Even if you go back to last year with Jarrell Baby Miller, underdog gets Hrgovic, underdog gets Miller, underdog gets Hrgovic, underdog gets Joshua. So I think that him and Junta Nakatani are like neck and neck for fighter of the year. But we consider Naya Inouye's stoppage of Louis Nery for KO of the year. What about DJ Doheny with my neck and my back? Was that stoppage of the year, chat? But Coley is the best for me. He is a new for facts, Chico, facts. But Coley doing that was crazy. But Coley doing that to Jared Anderson was crazy. Happy Wednesday, Hillbillies. What's good? What's good, Karma? Usyk beats Fury again. I say he's fight of the year. If Usyk beats Fury again, he's fight of the year. First undisputed since Lennox. Wait, what? Oh yeah, Usyk. If Usyk beats it, yeah, he is the first undisputed of since Lennox. Yeah, facts. My guy, Garden in the building. I thought you were saying that he would be. I'm about to say he's already undisputed, but yeah, fighter of the year. Nah, I think the reason why I would say, I mean, I'm not mad at that. That's what you think, but he only had one fight, and then that would be a second fight, and it'll be against the same person, and that's not bad. It's great, you know, like you said, first undisputed since Lennox Lewis, 25 years, you know what I'm saying, a quarter century. But I think people will consider him. But I think that when you look at fighter of the year, for me at least, it's who you fought, yes, which Usyk is at the top, of course. It's also how many times you fought, the quantity of times you fought, and how you beat them. You know, Usyk versus Fury the first time, yes, it was for undisputed, but it was controversial. Some people had Fury winning, some people had Usyk winning, so it was a major accomplishment and accolade, absolutely. I think he should be considered, but I think Daniel Dubois' run was more impressive, and that's not even, you know, I only have to go outside the heavyweight division to pick somebody that I think is more qualified for fight of the year. You know, even Anthony Joshua, right? Usyk fought Joshua twice, and one was a unanimous decision, one was a split decision. I don't think you could question who won. In my opinion, he won both of them for sure. But what Daniel Dubois did to the same AJ, AJ coming off a 4-win streak, he just beat Francis. Let's go from first to present, past to present. He was on a 4-fight win streak. He beat Jermaine Franklin, Robert Helenius, Otto Wallin, and then Francis Ngannou, and then Dubois made him look like child's play. You know, so yeah, I don't think it's hard. You know, it's hard to put anything past that, in my opinion, in the heavyweight division. So if I can't even put him above Dubois in his division, then I definitely, you know, when I consider Junta Nakatani, what he's doing this year, what he's done this year. But yeah, I mean, Usyk's not, you can't go wrong with Usyk, but I just disagree with that. I think, you know, he did have one. I mean, it's like Beterbiev, right? Beterbiev has 2 wins as well. He beat Callum Smith, and then he just beat Bivol to be the first light heavyweight undisputed since Roy Jones. Is he fighter of the year? I don't think so, because he fought once at the beginning of the year, and Callum Smith, you know, he was moving up. You know, no one talks about that, but when certain people move up and move somebody up to fight them, then they're criminals, you know. But when other people do it, no one notices. But anyway, Callum Smith moved up. I think that was the second fight at light heavyweight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was the second fight at light heavyweight. And he lost to Beterbiev, a guy who Canelo beat, and then he beat Bivol, a guy who Canelo lost to. So that's funny. But yeah, I think Beterbiev, you know, him getting undisputed, I don't think that makes him fighter of the year. I think that we have to also acknowledge the activity and the fact that he was not the favorite. You know, Beterbiev was the favorite, Usyk was the favorite. Well, I don't know. Was Usyk the favorite? I know it was close. I don't remember who was the favorite, Usyk or Tyson Fury the first time. I feel like Usyk was, but I'm not sure. But either way, it wasn't a wide gap. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't huge. But Dubois was a heavy underdog, so I think you got to consider that as well. He was an underdog in his last 3 fights. But Jarrell Baby Miller was at December last year, so it wasn't this year. But Usyk beat Fury, no controversy, in my opinion. I'm surprised anybody thought Fury won. Yeah, no controversy. I'm not saying that you thought it was controversial or I thought it was controversial, but it was controversial. It's like Dmitry Bivol and Beterbiev, right? A lot of people think that Beterbiev, the right person, won, but there's a lot of people that think Bivol won. I'm not saying controversy for us individually. Yeah, you're right. There's some fights that are controversial, that are deemed controversial, aren't controversial to everybody individually, but the general consensus is that Bivol and Beterbiev was controversial. You know, not a robbery. robbery is stupid in my opinion. It's a close fight, could have went either way. Same with Fury and Usyk. It was a close fight that went either way. Like I don't think there was I'm cool with Usyk winning. I'm cool with Beterbiev winning, but we can't forget Tyson Fury went on like a 4-round win streak. You know what I'm saying? He was like from round, if my memory serves me correctly, he went from like round 3 to 8. He was dominating Usyk, or was it 4 to 8? I don't remember what it was. But then that round 9, things changed drastically. So no, there was definitely no easy fight by any means. So nah, that was definitely a close fight. Usyk was a favorite. Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, Usyk was a favorite. That's what I'm saying. So when you consider things like that, I definitely can't say you're wrong. Going with Usyk on anything, you can't be out of bounds. But yeah, I just disagree. I think what you think about the other stuff. My boy Clone in the building, big member in the building. We're not giving that Ngannou fight to AJ, but his other fights were, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Clone. Bro, think about, bro. You know what? You know, I'm not even gonna talk about, bro. Just look at my reactions, bro. Yes, Elias. How you pronounce your name? Elias Adamake? I believe that's how you pronounce. Correct me if I'm wrong. Elias Adamake. Yes, bro. Yes. I forgot about Ray Ford 12-round stoppage of what's my guy? Odebek. Oh man, that was a Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. That was a Kobe clutch play. Bro, that could be fight of the year and knockout of the year. Probably not knockout of the year, but well, I don't know, man. Bro, it was a last second buzzer beater stoppage. That was, man. That was a good one, bro. I forgot about that one, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, bro, KO of the year and fight of the year, man. This is gonna be some competitive, competitive rewards this year, man. Awards this year. Let me see this. Bro, I want to show y'all. I want to show you this, cause I think you forgot. I think you forgot, Clone. I think you forgot, bro. Clone, I think you forgot, bro. And honestly, this is when there's an undisputed fight, it has to be controversial because it's but yeah, facts. Most likely it's gonna be controversial. Yo, Swag Moolah in the building. Elias, thank you for that reminder, man. That was that Ray Ford versus Odebek. Oh man, let me see. I think Clone needs a reminder, chat.
That's why
he forgot how crazy it was what AJ did to Ngannou.
UFC was the best thing that he could have done for himself.
Focus.
Oh shit!
Bro, so look, it's not about who he did it to. It's how bro. That's why I tell people, man. AJ, him beating Ngannou because it's in the boxing realm is not impressive. Shout out to the Cameroonian-born Ngannou, man. He just had a massive comeback to a major setback, man. Rest in peace for the loss of his young son, unfortunately. But he made a great comeback. It was a pretty tough year. You know, he got paid a lot with AJ, but money is not everything, too. You know, I'm pretty sure he was devastated to lose like that. You know, especially most devastated to lose his son. You know, that's very sad, man. Tragic, man. God bless him. And rest in peace to his young son. But then this weekend, he just bounced back in the cage and he beat Ferreira, right? But yeah, so with AJ, I give him credit because we just saw what Tyson Fury did with Ngannou, right? You could argue that Ngannou beat Tyson Fury for that was a pugilist nightmare, a pugilist enthusiast nightmare. You know, for boxing, that was bad. You know, because Tyson Fury was considered one of the best, if not the best heavyweight, and you go in here and you struggle with a guy who's not in boxing on their debut. You know, he made boxing. He almost had boxing in shambles. He got a blessing of a decision. But then when AJ came in, AJ's not the best, but I will stand on this forever, bro. I don't think anybody could have did Ngannou like AJ did. AJ made it look so clean and so automatic, and he made it look like clockwork. Like, I did this before. Like, what are we doing? Like, like AJ made it seem he had like a Terminator mentality. Like, I'm not saying like Deontay Wilder, right? Deontay Wilder, we already know he's a bronze bomber, but Deontay Wilder, you know, he has a wide stance. His boxing fundamentals aren't the best. So I'm not saying he doesn't have the power to do so, to execute this. But to make the form and the precision with it and the accuracy, how it looked so clean. Wilder is a little like his name, Wild. You know what I'm saying? He's wild, and he would have missed a couple shots, and then he would have probably like punched him and then like kind of fell on him. You know what I'm saying? And lost his balance. You know how he does. So it wouldn't have looked as clean. I don't think anybody could have made this look as clean as AJ, man.
Oh, right hand.
AJ
Right
cleaned
straight,
him up.
Right down the pipe.
AJ, we gotta run that back.
Controlling
AJ,
his own destiny, man.
I was
think
in
him leaving the
mid-conversation,
UFC
bro.
was the best thing that he could have done for himself.
Oh, shit! Oh, right hand. Oh, right straight, right down the pipe.
nah,
Oh, my
bruh.
gosh, hit him right in the mouth.
Nah, bruh.
Oh, Lord.
Nah, come on, clone. Give him credit, bruh. He almost broke his leg,
tagging
bro.
him, man. Just tagging
Shout out to
him with
Ngannou,
one
man.
jab.
Oh, my gosh, not like this. Oh, my
I
gosh.
said not like this. I said not like this.
Not like this.
His lip
Bro.
is bleeding. No,
Not like
man.
this. I felt
Come on,
bad for
Ngannou.
Ngannou, bro.
38
Not
seconds
like
left
this,
in the
bro.
second round.
Not
Anthony
like
Joshua
this,
had to
bro.
blitz him right now. I'd have blitzed him if I was. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Not like this.
I said, oh my God.
His lip is bleeding. No man, come on, Ngannou. 38 seconds left in the second round. Anthony Joshua
Bro.
had to blitz him right now. I'd
Bro.
have blitzed him if I was. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Nah, bro. Don't do Ngannou like that, bro. Nah, AJ got knockout of the year, bro. I just remember. Nah, AJ's knockout of the year, bro. Put some. Oh, we not glazing right now, huh, Karma? Because we talking about somebody you like. Really, yesterday we was glazing Tyson Fury because you was giving him credit. Now we not glazing AJ. Oh, okay. It's okay to glaze AJ. Oh, okay, we got your permission. That's what it is. It's not about the compliments. It's about who we complimenting. Get out of here. We gonna toss you out. You lucky you a bot. Yo, Jeffrey in the building. What's good, brother? That kid was why he was a favorite to get facts. AJ might be KO of the year, bro. I no disrespect to Angelo Leo. Angelo Leo coming off a pro box against Luis Lopez was great. You know, Bacoli being relatively unknown from the Democratic Republic of Congo, you know, an African nation, against Jared Anderson, who's a future of the American heavyweight division. That was great. Lucas Body, like I said, he was essentially losing every second of that fight against Ashton Silva, and then he just knocked him out. That was crazy. What about the prospect? I don't remember the guy's name. Forgive me, but Alan Garcia. Remember his trainer? He has a woman head trainer, and when he got knocked out, she was like, she needed a hug. Bro, so there's some knockouts out there, bro. But I got to go with AJ, man. AJ made it look so clean, bro. He made it look so clean. I don't think anybody could have made it look better than AJ. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy, bro. What do you think about the biggest fight now is in Saudi Arabia and not in U.S. in Vegas particularly? Is it good for the sport or not? I don't mind. I'm gonna be honest, man. I saw Papachenko in the ring with Bakhram. Does he help train him? Papachenko, Bakhram Murtazaliev. He's his manager, right? I know that they have the Klimas. You talking about Klimas, right? I don't know, bro. I think he does. I know Elgis Klimas, whatever his name is. I don't know if Lomachenko's pops trains him, but I do know that they have the same manager, Egis Klimas. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? I might be mispronouncing his name, Garden Snake. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's in his camp in some capacity. I don't know about being a head trainer. I don't think so. No, I know he's not, because this is one bald head dude. I can't remember his name. So he's not his head trainer, but could he be helping him? Yeah, maybe. I know they have the same manager. I know that. Jeffrey said, do I think it's good for the sport? I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I know you're new to the channel, but I'm and there's no disrespect to anybody, you know, shout out to America and shout out to Saudi Arabia and Japan. I don't really give a damn where the Mecca of boxing is. As long as I can watch it on TV, I'm cool. So do I think it's good for the sport? I don't know if it's good, but I don't think it's bad. You know, I don't think it's bad that the Mecca of boxing is essentially changing. Like, if it goes from Vegas to Saudi Arabia, as long as they have cameras and they can broadcast it to where I'm at. I mean, I did go to fights in Vegas, so Vegas is more feasible for me to travel and actually attend the fights, which I have done in the past. It'll be a little more difficult in Saudi Arabia, but I don't go to fights that frequently anyway for it to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I like the atmosphere of boxing and the ambiance and the, you know, I like more so of the ambiance of fight week and the festivities that go around that happen around the fight more so than actually being at the fight. Like I'm one of those people that if I'm watching a basketball game, I've attended basketball games before, playoffs games, I'd rather watch it from my house. I feel like the view's better, you know. Not even that I'm far up in the bleachers, but it's just like you have to pick a side, right? Either you're in the middle and you get to see both sides of the court, or you're on one side of the court and then the other court is back. So I had pretty good seats too. It's just that, you know, you might get a good view when they're on your side, but then when they're on the opposite basket, it's kind of hard to see, you know what I'm saying? So I like the angles better on TV, and then you ain't got to worry about people being loud or being messy or drunk. So I prefer to be at the crib. So anyway, I don't have a problem with it. No, I don't have a problem with being in Saudi Arabia. I think it's good for the sport in regards to the fights that they're facilitating, right? We would not have we probably wouldn't have had 2 undisputed fights this year. Usyk and Fury wouldn't have happened without Big Turk's influence and contribution, and the sponsor, and without his sponsorship, we probably wouldn't have had Beterbiev and Bivol, you know, and then, excuse me, and we definitely wouldn't have had the 5v5, right, with Queensberry and Matchroom, Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn respectively, and we definitely wouldn't have had that fantastic card in LA, headlined by Terrence Bud Crawford and Israel Madrimov. So yeah, I don't have an issue with it. Like, if you go to fights, I can understand people complaining, but if you don't go to fights, I don't know why people complain, to be honest. I don't know if it's good for the sport, but I don't think it's bad, and I think I can make more arguments for it being good than bad. Yeah, Igis Klimas, thank you. That's the manager. Papachenko is the trainer. Yeah, that's the manager. No. But Papachenko's he's asking me, is he the trainer for Bakhram? What up, Ty? Boy. Igis Klimas is the manager, and I'm my answer to Garden Snake. He asked me if Papachenko is a trainer for Bakhram, and I'm saying that. Oh, you're telling me that he is? Maybe you're telling me that he is a trainer. I don't think he's the head trainer of Bakhram, but I'm saying that I think he is part of the team. I wouldn't be surprised if he's part of the team because Igis Klimas is Bakhram's manager. I know that. I don't know if maybe let's see if I can find out. He's a consultant. So basically, you said what I said. One more time, came in swinging. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah. So you just thank you for confirming what I said, though. Yeah. So I know Igis Klimas is a manager, so I wouldn't be surprised if Papachenko is in Bakhram's camp in some capacity, but he's not the head trainer because I saw the head trainer's the ball head. I can't remember his name. They said his name, but I don't remember. He doesn't train enough people for me to remember at this point. AJ knocked out a guy who regarded in all combat sports for having one of the best chins. Yeah, but it's still different with boxing. I agree. That's a good point too. That's a good point, Ty. But it's still boxing. Like, you known to have one of the best chins in your respective area. You know, in UFC, those guys aren't hitting with the precision and the accuracy of boxers. You know, even if Ngannou, I know a lot of things is that, oh, Ngannou's very strong, but you got to be able to. That's what I tell people all the time when people say, oh, if I had that power of Deontay Wilder, I'd be a heavyweight champion too. No, you wouldn't, because you have to cultivate that power. You have to deliver that power. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be powerful or anything. You can have any talent, but if you don't know how to properly utilize that talent, it's essentially nothing. It's like the old adage where, well, I don't know if it's the old adage, but anyway, it's something in the army where a guy was like, I'd rather have a sharpshooter with a pistol than an inexperienced guy with a Uzi, because you could shoot a lot, automatically shoot 50 rounds a minute, but if you're not hitting nothing and you don't know how to aim, it doesn't matter. You're gonna miss all your shots. But if you're a marksman and you got that pistol and you headshot, dome piece, you know what I'm saying, then who's more effective? So yeah, there might be guys just as strong as or as powerful as guys. There might be guys in UFC or MMA as powerful as guys in boxing, but they don't know how to deliver them shots. You know what I'm saying? And what's one of the most powerful shots? Or the most damaging shots, I should say. It's a shot that you don't see coming. Man, I see the punches in the UFC coming. I'm not being disrespectful. You know, they're mixed martial arts, so they do a lot of things good. You know, but if you watch boxing or if you box, then it's easier to see their shots, you know what I'm saying, coming. So, but yeah, you are right. I can't disagree there that Ngannou's known for having the best chin, but we have to also consider that he's known for having one of the best chins in that sport, as opposed to, he's not like Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Canelo has proven to have the best chin against heavy hitters, accurate punchers like Triple G. He took shots from guys like Bivol and Munguia, and I think that's a different test of chins. I made marksman fight. Word? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I heard what you. Nah, you good, bro. I just got in here. I know. But y'all be ready to. I am actually just joking, man. I know you hold me down a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna. Nah, you were just helping out. You was helping out. So, but y'all be ready. Y'all be ready to correct me, boy. But I don't think you was correcting me that time. But I be feeling like that sometimes. Like, guys, dang, boy, y'all be wrong to correct me. How y'all incorrectly correct me? That's crazy. If you gonna correct me, at least be right. But nah, but you was actually trying to help out, because I was trying to say Aegis Clemus, but I was saying that in reference to Bakhram's trainer. But yeah, man. So nah, I appreciate it. You be, like I said, you be putting me on game on a lot of things, so I can't be mad at that. Man, oh man. I don't know what's up with this chat though, bro. Like, hold on, man. It gotta be something. Give me a second, chat. I'm trying to fix this. MMA guy stands completely different to check leg kicks. Yeah, facts. Would you give Bud a legit shot to beat Conor in the cage right now? Nah, that's the thing. So we kind of changed it. The voice in this corner, the ball man. I think I had. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. The ball head dude. I can't remember his name, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. My friend, my boy Cito in the building. My friend showed me his tools. He said I never knew my real. I'm asleep. Yo, but yeah, he said I was a sharpshooter in the United States Marine Corps for 6 years. See, I ain't messing with you. That's why I laugh at all your jokes, because you ain't finna come and knock my head off. That's why I laugh at all your jokes. I'm making sure I stay on your good side. You ain't finna hit me with the sharpshooter. But I would say I think that the reason why I would give him a chance is because it's boxing, right? Like, I don't know if you know the history of MMA, right? But and then, I'm not saying this is 100%. I'm just saying that there's been a lot of successful boxers in the MMA realm, and it's harder for MMA guys to come and be successful in boxing than it is for boxers to go there and be successful. Like guys and girls, right? Holly Holmes was a boxing champion, and she went to UFC and she became a UFC champion as well, you know. And on the flip side, Anderson Silva, he started off, if I'm not mistaken, he started off like 0-2 in boxing or something. We know he's an all-time great in MMA. Now, you can be different times of your life and stuff like that and change your focus. But I think that boxers tend to do better in MMA than MMA fighters do in boxing. But that doesn't mean that I think he'll win. I think he has a chance. You asked me if I think he has a chance. So yes, I think he has a chance. Do I think he'll win? I don't know. It depends on how well and how fast Conor could get him on the ground, and if when he gets him on the ground, he can actually out wrestle him, which I think he could. But you know, Bud does have some background and experience as a wrestler as well. Now, you know, his was limited to the high school level, I believe. But what if he was a high school phenom? You know, that could have translated to college and he just didn't pursue that. I don't know. But I would lean towards Conor McGregor just because you got to respect. I'm really big on respecting people's expertise, and his expertise is in the cage. So I would lean towards Conor. But does that mean I can't see that Terrence Crawford? What if Terrence Crawford goes in there, bing, 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 and pieces him up? We've seen a lot of people get pieced up and then don't even make it to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Look what Conor McGregor did to Jose Aldo years ago. He beat him in like 13 seconds or something like that. So yeah, and look at Chuck Liddell, right? Chuck Liddell was known as one of the best strikers. His striking is terrible in regards to the striking of a boxer. You know, he's good striking for MMA, you know, but is he good striking as a boxer? Hell no. They would see all those shots coming. So do I think he has a chance? Yes. I think Conor McGregor definitely has the upper hand. Canelo took shots from everyone but Benavidez. Man, not in there trying to bing bong bing with Benavidez. Hey, watch your mouth, man. Don't be talking about cinnamon like that. Watch your mouth, clone.
Eso, sí. Tú vas a mamar el bicho. Tú vas a mamar
He said, that's only true for us Westerners. Over there in Asia, mixed martial artists do casually pick up the gloves and become champions. Well, I don't know about casually. I know Yoshiki Takei, he wasn't an MMA dude though, right? He was a kickboxer, so that's different. Like we talk about MMA, we talk about any type of fighting. I wouldn't consider like Yoshiki Takei, who's a champion right now at 118 at bantamweight, the Japanese fighter. He was on the pound for pound list in kickboxing. That's why I made a video about him, man. He's actually pretty dope, man. He's actually one of those guys that are up there with great fighters that could translate across different genres of fighting, like Holly Holmes. He's up there with Francis Ngannou. I think these are fighting sports phenoms, you know what I'm saying, in every sense of the word. But yes, Yoshiki Takei is a champion right now at 118, but I wouldn't call him an MMA fighter. I would call him a kickboxer, right? Did he do MMA? Probably. I don't know. But I know for a fact he was a kickboxer. When I think of MMA, I think of, Pride fighting. I think of UFC. I think of PFL. I think of Bellator. I don't count any type of non-boxing and credit that to MMA. Now I credit that to where it's supposed to be. He was a former kickboxer on the pound for pound list. But I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. My guy Cito dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
These biscuits.
If a pig loses his voice, does it become disgruntled? Bro, get out of here, bro. He said Tension looked pretty good transitionally, but his last boxing fight wasn't the best. Yeah, we'll see how Tension does. But like I said, Yoshiki Takei to me is the best example right now. And not necessarily UFC guys, but the Pride dudes. Yeah, them Pride dudes ain't no joke. Back in the day from Asian leagues, have done it at lower weights. Only found this out from Office Henshaw. Yeah. Yep, some of them have done it at lower weights. I agree. That's why I gave you the example Yoshiki Takei. He's a guy that's doing it right now. He's a champion at 118. He has the WBO, if I'm not IBF or WBO, I can't remember. I know the 4 champions at bantamweight is Nakatani, Junto Nakatani, Ryosuke Noshida, Yoshiki Takei, and then the guy that just beat Takuma Inoue, Seiya Tsutsumi. And I know Yoshiki Takei came from kickboxing, so I don't know. I have to look up how many other fighters have done so. Like Garden Snake mentioned Tension. Yeah, Tension is on his way, but I can't give him. He's not a champion, right? So I can't give him and say I can't say how successful he'll be. We have to see it. But we've seen Yoshiki Takei. He was successful. He was successful in his defense against Daigo Higa. He was successful in his when he got his title against I can't remember who he got his title against. I think they had 4 that okay, bet. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's definitely it's not common for sure. That became champion. Yeah, right. Right. So yeah, so like they also have like I said, big up to Holly Holmes. There was somebody else too that has done it. Oh man, I can't think of their name. Anyway, those are some names to remember and pronounce. I'm telling you, Gardner, come on, man. That's why you rock with me though, bro. We may not agree on everything, but what we can agree on is that I do my due diligence, man. Just off the top of my head too. Come on now. We just went from heavyweight to bantamweight to all these different KOs, welterweight, super welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Where Dr. Serene at, man? Where Ty at? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all hold me down, man. We may not agree on everything, but I promise you, I give everybody their credit, bro. I try to know everybody's name, their place of origin. I be respectful, bro. We do it differently over here, man. We don't just. I like Tank, I like Canelo, but I'd be damned if every time I get on stream I'm talking about Tank and Canelo. No, I like boxing, bro. I don't just like one boxer or 2 boxers. I don't just, But anyway, shout out to those that do. That's their business, That just don't work for me. I get bored. Bro. There's so many other fighters, Dylan White came from kickboxing, I think. Dylan White. Really? That's what we doing? That's what we doing, Dylan White, really? Yeah. Nah, I'm just joking. Shout out to Dylan White. Dylan White. Him and his husband is crazy. Hey, yo. Just know I can't spell those names. I can spell some of them, but I can't pronounce them all. I try though, and I try to look. If I don't know it, then I try to look it up and see. And he said Prince Connor, a Prime Connor against Prime Bud at MMA. Bud getting cleaned up bad. Ooh, I don't know. I'm not saying no. because like I said, I always lean towards a person. If you coming from MMA to boxing, I'm gonna lean towards a boxer. If you're coming from boxing to MMA, I'm gonna lean towards an MMA fighter. But like I said, I think that boxing skills are more transferable than MMA skills when you're talking about not fighting in general, but fighting in your respective realm of sport and competition. I think that you know, like I said, I always lean towards the guys that are called exceptional strikers, you know, like Chuck Liddell and you know, even Conor McGregor wins a lot of fights from striking, or even Ronda Rousey won a lot of her fights from striking and stuff like that. So I don't know, of course you got your submissions in there too, but if they could strike, you know, we got to remember that the gloves are off. You know, so do you think gloves, obviously you watch combat sports, you know gloves are going to make your hands less lethal. So if you remove those gloves, that boxer just became, his or her punches became more lethal. We've seen Clarissa Shields go to PFL, and granted, she also looks very impressive. Shout out to Clarissa Shields, you know, the GOAT, you know what I'm talking about, but she's 2-1, right? That's dope. She's 2-1 in PFL. A lot of people might knock her for the one loss, but if you watch that loss, she just looked like she lost because she was inexperienced, you know. And if you look at her wins, she boxing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of her wins, she's boxing them girls up, you know. So even Savannah Marshall, when she was on foot with I can't remember her opponent, who she just beat in her debut at the PFL, she was boxing. So boxing is, you know, they're not in, a lot of them aren't in trouble until they get taken down. And a lot of the fights end up, you know, whenever you squabble, of course, you know, you probably, like, if you see a fight in the street, there's probably like 3 or 4 punches thrown, and now we wrestling, you know, we wrestling now, tussling and stuff. But when you going with a boxer, bro, you might try to charge him, you're gonna eat about 4 or 5 punches, and you might be on your back pockets. So I'm not saying that, like I said, I will reiterate, I will lean, if you're a boxer going to MMA, I'm leaning towards the MMA guy or girl. But I do think that they have a chance, a good chance. She said Shields definitely did it. She ain't fighting no champs yet, though. Yeah, I mean, she only fights 3 fights, though. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going out there like Lomachenko, fighting the champion in the second fight and then complaining about it when you lose. You know, I believe as a disciplined wrestler is way more effective than MMA and boxing. In real life, I agree. Yeah, I think wrestling is probably, I think wrestling is probably the most transferable to real life situations. I think that if you're a good wrestler, if you fighting a wrestler in the street, you in trouble, because you gonna end up like a pretzel before you know it. You gonna look like Auntie Anne's and them. They gonna put you with a dipping sauce. You gonna be folded up, you know. So yeah, I definitely think wrestling, because like we just said, right? Most fights you might throw 3 or 4 punches. Next thing you know, you're wrestling. You're on the ground. So yeah, I definitely think wrestling is probably the best. If you're gonna know any martial arts, it would behoove you to know wrestling, probably, you know. But get them hands on Connor Prime. It's a GG in the chat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Ty. So I don't know, Bud. Get them hands on him. I don't know. Like I said, I'll lean towards Connor, but I don't want to count Bud out, because like you said, or like I said, and like Ty can attest to, you know, Bud has a wrestling background. Now that doesn't mean that his wrestling is pro level wrestling, no, but just he's not a fish. He's not a complete fish out of water in regards to wrestling. That's all. So maybe his high school wrestling acumen is enough, you know what I'm saying, to get him by, for him to throw some nice shots at Connor. I don't know. And you got guys like Kobe Covington, who wins most of his fights either wrestling, and he fought many strikers. That's true. That's true. Hell no, leg kicks a wrestler going to neutralize striking. I don't know about that. Because when you trying to strike, you got to worry about takedowns. That's why Daniel Cormier was so dominant, he could wrestle. Daniel Cormier, yeah. That's true. So was Max Hughes. Come on, man. Not Maxie Hughes. That's a wrestler. What's my guy? Not Maxie Hughes. What's my guy, bro? The wrestler. What was his name, bro? He was a wrestler, too. Y'all know who I'm talking about, man. Help me out. Not Maxie Hughes, a boxer. Dang, man. His name is like... I can see his face. I can't think of his name, man. Let me look it up real quick. I can't think of his name, man. The MMA guy, bro. He fought back with GSP and Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes is a good wrestler as well. But just because you wrestle, like I said, that doesn't mean that. I disagree with it. Yeah, Matt Hughes. Thank you, Cool Breeze. Thank you, Matt Hughes. He was a wrestler as well. So yeah, you could be successful wrestling, but you could also be successful punching too. Like look at Alistair Overeem. He punch you out. You know what I'm saying? So look what Francis Ngannou. He just won against Ferreira. How did he win? He punched him out. So yeah, you got to worry about the leg kicks and stuff and the takedowns, but they also got to worry about them hands because when you kick, you are off balance and exposed too. So you know, so it's a give and take. But yeah, I definitely think that we're like we're comparing. It's like comparing. A shark in the pond could be a small fish in the ocean. Like, so yeah, the takedowns and leg kicks may stop a striker who's not a boxer, but once you go into a guy whose profession and their whole training regimen revolves around punching and striking, then it's a different ball game too. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about Matt Hughes. Yep. But he dominated. He didn't dominate, you know, boxers. He dominated other MMA fighters, you know, so that's different. But like I said, I do think that the MMA guys would have the advantage in the octagon, just like I think the boxers have the advantage in the ring. Look at Cain Velasquez. Hey, I remember Cain Velasquez. Spell my boy name right too. I think he spells it C-A-I-N, if I'm not mistaken. The guy, you talking about Cain Velasquez, the guy who had brown pride on his back, right? The one that folded up Brock Lesnar. That was, bro. He had Brock Lesnar rolling like a Teletubby, bro. Yes, sir. Shout out to Kamaru Usman, man. Nigerian brethren, man. Big Nigerian in the house. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Kamaru Usman, man. The Nigerian badman.
Me blood clot.
Yes, sir. Yo, my boy Elias in here dropping names, man. Big facts, man. Shout out to Nigeria, man. Big up Nigeria. Conor not even a proficient grappler. He's an exceptional UFC striker. Talk to him, Ty. Okay, my boy Ty in here dropping facts. He said Conor is not even a proficient grappler.
Yeah.
He's an exceptional UFC striker.
Yeah.
Okay. Ty, was he a collegiate level champ or did he just wrestle? Who, Bud? Bud wasn't collegiate level. He was high school, if I'm not mistaken. Brock Lesnar was a beast, was a wrestler, a good fighter with his hands. Yep. But yeah, man, so I think that is always interesting, man. Do I think Bud and Conor could go at it? Yeah. I think Bud smokes him in the boxing ring. In MMA, I think that Conor wins, but I think Bud has a better chance in the octagon than Conor has in the boxing ring. But I'm going with the two pros in their respective fields, you know. That's my take on it, you know. If I could pick one to have an upset, I would think that it's I think the upset would be I would pick Bud to get an upset on Conor in the octagon. He's from my hometown of Yuma. Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Cain Velasquez. I like Cain Velasquez. Like I said, when he folded up Brock Lesnar, bro, that joke was crazy. he had what y'all watched the Olympics? Y'all remember the breakdancing thing? He had Brock Lesnar looking like a breakdancer, bro. That joke was crazy. Man. Is tape on him pulling up the campuses, folding collegiate of the guys up. Ask Chad. Yep, that's true. I've seen some stuff of him, but like I said, I don't want to overreach on that either because Conor McGregor, even if he got folded up, he was getting folded up by pros, you know. So, but yeah, it's all interesting, man. If it happens, it happens, man. If it happens, it happens, and I would have Conor in the cage, but I definitely have Bud in the ring. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Don't forget to hit that like button, man and woman. I appreciate it, brethren and sister. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm trying to see why my chat is not working. I'm gonna bring up the chat so people can see the chat box right here on screen. I don't know why it's not working right now, so we'll figure that out. We'll be straight by the evening stream, and yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. Hold on. Let's see if maybe I could fix it right now. Yeah, man. No, I can't fix it right now. Maybe I can though. Hold on. see. You know what I'm saying? See if I can work my magic. You feel me? See if I can work my magic. Oh, there you go. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. What we doing, chat? You know my team. Oh, Lord. That's not going to fit. It's not going to fit in the box, though. That's not going to fit in the box, though. It could fit. Hold on now. Hold on, chat. Hold on. We might be in the we might be in there like swimwear. Y'all like this, chat? Y'all like this or nah? Yay or nay? Y'all rocking with it? You put the chat box right? Oh no. What y'all think? Where the feedback at? What y'all think? I might make it a little smaller though. What y'all think about the chat box right there, chat? Y'all rocking with it? Yeah, that's a good idea. I think it's good for when people do the watchbacks, so they can see when I'm responding to people. Like when they do the playback and watch the VOD, I think it's good. They can see when I respond to the ignorant behind comments some people be making. Shout out to the ones that make the good comments. Some of them be saying crazy shit. Ain't got time. What the? Hold on. There we go. People tend to forget that Conor had exceptional footwork and very fast hands on top of it. He fought as a southpaw. Chat's working very well on my end. I appreciate it, Cito. Well, I was talking about adding it there on the ting ting. Yo, my guy BX in the building. What's good, brethren? Yeah, I'm gonna fix it though. I'm gonna play with it, get it right. Get it right a little bit. Yo, BX in the building, man. Long time, bro. How you been, bro? Been working a lot. Hey, man, get it in, bro. I'm not mad at that, man. Appreciate you coming through. Cito, appreciate the feedback as well. Do your homework on Bud pulling up on John Joe's camps just to wrestle folks. Hey, do your homework. Talk to him. Do your homework. Who you talking to, clone? Felt bad for Zoo. Oh, you wanna bring up nightmares. you wanna bring up nightmares, huh, BX? Yeah, I felt bad for Zoo, but I was surprised. I'm gonna be honest. I like Tim Tszyu. Y'all know I hold him in very high regard, especially when it comes to 154-pound division. I don't want to say I felt bad for Ngannou when he got dropped by AJ. That was crazy. I felt bad for Errol Spence when Terrence Crawford was beating on him from pillar to post. I felt bad for I don't really care for Jerry Big Baby Anderson, but I kind of felt bad for Jerry Big Baby Anderson. Tim Tszyu, I like Tim Tszyu. I don't know if I felt bad because, like I said, I think he approached it. I don't want to say arrogance because I hate when people say, "Oh, he got humbled," and like, come on, bro. Like, to me, that has such a negative connotation. Like trying to say like these guys ain't got no business having confidence, and like you should be confident, especially as a fighter. It's mano y mano, or woman y mano. So, but I don't know if I didn't feel bad because I felt like his approach was one of he underestimated his opponent. Not saying that he could have won, but I think he could have performed a little better if he would approach it a little more methodically. I feel like everything about his posture, his demeanor, the build up to the fight, I don't mind what he was saying, but it kind of gave me Teofimo versus Kambosos vibes, where Teofimo was like, I'm going to knock him out in one round, and he actually went in the ring like he was really going to do that. Like Kambosos ain't know what he was doing. Like he wasn't a boxer for real. And he put him on his back pockets, and he won by decision. Tim Tszyu, I felt bad afterwards when he was like, man, what the he said, what the fuck just happened? Yo, that's when I felt bad. I was like, damn, my boy don't even know what happened, bro. Like, I felt bad, you know? But as it was going on, like, you gotta clinch, man. You gotta clinch. You gotta protect yourself. It's like, I just didn't see anything. Now, I do feel bad for the situation, back-to-back losses, you know, but I really feel like Bakhram hit him with that act right, man. Bakhram was like, you know, he's overlooked. He said, I'm not going, you know. So I feel you. I'm not saying you can't feel bad. I feel you. But I kind of, I don't know. I think Bakhram was just, you know what I'm saying? I was surprised. I didn't think it was going to go down like that, but I think Bakhram, man, I was happy for Bakhram. I was happy for Bakhram. I guess I couldn't really, there was a threshold of how much I could feel bad for Tim Tszyu because I was so happy for Bakhram, even though I didn't see it coming. I was surprised, bro. I did not call that at all. I thought it was going to be a close fight, and I thought it was going to be a decision victory for Tim Tszyu. Obviously, Tim Tszyu thought he was going to walk through him, and he ended up getting walked through. So I think that, you know, even Deontay Wilder, you know how much I like Deontay Wilder. It was hard for me to even feel bad for him against Zayn because I feel like you should have known better. Like, he ain't had no business in that fight. But I don't know. I ain't gonna say he got what I don't want to say that he got what he deserved. Not saying that, but it's like that's why Floyd is so great. That's why Usyk is so great. That's why Bud is so great. Even Inoue, they don't seem to take their opponents lightly, no matter how trash. I don't care if Floyd Mayweather's fighting Logan Paul or he's fighting Zab Judah. I don't care if Inoue's fighting Louis Nery or Nonito Donaire or TJ Doheny. I don't care if Usyk's fighting Tyson Fury or Tony Bellew. Or anybody else from England, his England compatriots that he be running through. Like, there's like a professionalism there where they, at the very least, they take their opponents seriously. And I don't think that, I don't want to say, while I don't think Tim Tszyu was arrogant, and I think that this, you know, of course, in order for you to overlook somebody, you have to have a touch of arrogance in you. But I don't think it's arrogant to the point where people are saying like, oh, he deserved to lose, he was arrogant. I'm not. I think he has the demeanor of a fighter, which it should be confidence. But I do think he was overlooking his opponent, you know, and I think that's what really got the best of him there. My guy BX says boxing, he got he got mollywopped, bro. He got mollywopped easy. Do need to go down, maybe. I don't know. I don't think you think he can make 147. Remember going down one weight class is 147. BX. I don't know if he can make welterweight. I think he should stay at 154. I just think he got to tighten some things up. That's all. I just had to speak to someone that's a known tactician. That pro level dude say he could have easily went to the Olympics. Hey, put me on game. I didn't know that. I felt bad for Doc on the E1 chick. Thank you. Hey, shout out to Oscar, bro. Facts. Feel bad for me, bro. I spent $25. $25. And I ain't eat one wing, bro. You know them wings be the best when they hot. It was hot too, bro. The sandwich was hot. Everything was hot. The fries was hot. The sandwich was hot. The wings was hot. And I did not get to one wing and the fight was over, bro. I planned it out. I was like, okay, bet I'm going to order it during the co-main event because by the time it'll get here by the time the main event starts, and I'm going to have my wings, you know, and I'm enjoy a good night of boxing. Man, that joke was over quick, fast, in a hurry. I was so mad, but I did have my wings for lunch the next day. So, yes, thank you, Oscar. Feel bad for me. Shoot. One of us was a corner telling Tim, nothing. They weren't telling him nothing. I ain't never count my money before a win. That's how you end up losing. Exactly. Count them eggs before they hatch. Count the chickens before they hatch. Teach your mans how to squabble. Clinch, pass, and hold. And yeah, get a sneaky hook off. Right. And it just looked like, and I'm not even necessarily sure that Tim Tszyu doesn't know how to clinch. I mean, obviously that's what it looked like, but I think he was just so shocked. Like, look at his look at his face, bro. He looked so shocked and perplexed. Like, he looked like he didn't expect to get punched in that fight. That's how he looked to me. And it seemed like he just overlooked. Like, he was calling out Spence and Charlo in the build-up and Bud. And he was calling out all these other guys. And he called Bakhram a step-aside fighter. And like I said, the reason why I don't say it's arrogant is because to me, arrogant is if, like, I hear, oh, Tim Tszyu wasn't training for this fight. He seems like he trained hard. And he even said, man, he said, I trained hard for this fight, man. He said he was well prepared. And respected Tim Tszyu. He didn't make any excuses. You know, he was like, hey man, I was well prepared. I just don't know what happened, what I got hit with, and I just think that and I know that it's easy to blame the teams. I do blame his team for the Sebastian Fedora fiasco. You know, with not stopping the fight and all that stuff, and even the doctor and the referee. But I don't really blame anybody. I put the majority of the blame on Tim Tszyu and on Bakhram, most appropriately Bakhram, because Bakhram was the one that said I'm not going. So, you know, I got to give Bakhram, you know, it's like Daniel Dubois and AJ. I got to give Dubois the credit for not allowing AJ to do what he wanted to do. I got to give Bakhram the credit for not allowing Tim to do what he wanted to do. Bakhram, I think his stock goes way up. You know, he's almost a star. I wouldn't say a star. Yeah, he's star in the 154-pound division. Facts. Maybe he didn't think Bakhram had power. Yeah, because I think, I'm gonna be honest with what I think now, Clone. Of course, I don't know. I don't have any insides, any real or fake inside sources. You know, people be saying that they have inside sources and just say anything that's tweeted by a random person and call it a source when they're wrong. You know, and and be like, oh well, my source was wrong. Well, your source was Twitter. You know, and a random person with no reputation and didn't cite their didn't have any references or citations or nothing. You just saw what they said. It looked interesting, so you made a video about it. You know what I'm saying? Didn't check nothing. You know, and say that you had a source. But anyway, I don't have any sources. I just look around, and I spend a lot of time looking around and stuff like that online and on Twitter too. But you know, I try when I see something crazy on Twitter, I try to, you know, look if I could find anything that reinforces that notion. But anyway, what I think, Clone, and I don't know, but this is what I think that he watched his last fight against Jack Koke, and Tim Tszyu has even said that he's not familiar with Bakhram. But I think, you know, what most people do, you know, you're only as good as your last performance, right? So I think that he looked at his last performance against Jack Koke, where he won the vacant title for the IBF in Germany, and Bakhram didn't look like he had too much power. Even though he stopped Koke by the 11th round, it was more of an accumulation of punches, and he just eventually wore him down. But he didn't look good either. He was taking some shots for Jack Koke, and Tim Tszyu probably saw that, was unimpressed. But, you know, when you do your research, you'll find out that a reason why Bakhram, first of all, Jack Koke is good. You know, he's a formidable opponent, but also Bakhram was coming off of Ramadan, right? He was just coming off of Ramadan. So that's gonna severely handicap you from an energy level, because, as you know, Bakhram, a major part of the observation of observing Ramadan is that you don't eat, right? You know what I'm saying? You fast. And yeah, they fought in April. You know, Ramadan goes from, you know, from February to March, and they fought at the beginning of April. This is, like, I can show you right here. So let's look. So Jack Koke, they fought April 6th. Can you see that? And look when Ramadan is. And Ramadan is from late February to late March, right? So if you think about it, he's 6 days, 6 or 7. He's a week removed from Ramadan, and he fought a championship fight for a vacant title, for the IBF vacant title. So don't you think that would severely impact your performance? Probably in a negative manner.
Me blood clot.
And not even your performance. What about your preparation? You know, now you're training and preparing for a fight off of one meal. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat, correct me if I'm wrong either. You know, shame on me. My father's Muslim too, but I grew up with my mother and stuff. I'm a Christian. But I believe that you cannot eat past sundown, right? Or something like that. So that'll severely handicap you going into a fight. So him having a lackluster performance could have been in large part because of the observation of Ramadan. So I'm not saying that's for sure, but I think that would mean a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? So, and maybe Tim Tszyu only watched that fight and was like, hey, I got it, you know? I still have to see Bakhram fight another quality guy before I'm fully sold. I'm with you, Garden. Doc, how is it you, without inside info, be making better assessments than some of the so-called best? Man, I appreciate you, Oscar. Shout out to you, bro, because I got good people around me like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like Ty, Clone, Cito, Garden, and we actually talk boxing. We don't speculate. We don't talk nonsense. We don't talk, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people, you would think that they date some of these fighters. You know, we just talk boxing around here, man. And y'all keep me on my toes too. I wish I had some inside sources. I really go crazy if I had some inside sources, boy.
we'd really go crazy. You know. Hey, Di, who do you think Canelo's gonna fight next? I'm hearing some things about Artur Beterbiev. I don't believe it. But shout out to you, Oscar. I appreciate you, bro. God bless you, man. Appreciate that. At least somebody notices my efforts. I don't know, man. I think Cinnamon. Okay, so I'm torn, right? On one hand, I think that Cinnamon. This is why I like him, right? I think he's considered fighting Artur Beterbiev, but you got to understand too, unless Michael Eifert, who was the IBF, who was the ordered mandatory for Beterbiev, unless he gets paid some step aside money, then Beterbiev may be getting stripped. And if he gets stripped, I don't think Canelo will be interested in fighting him anymore. So I think that is contingent on quite a few things. But I can see Michael Eifert getting some step aside money from Beterbiev, especially with Bob Arum. Bob Arum's going to recognize the money that can be made for a Canelo fight and Beterbiev Canelo fight. So I could that's completely feasible and possible. But I do think that you also have to consider that Canelo also lost his undisputed by being stripped by the same IBF by William Skull. And I definitely think that not just Canelo, I think every champion and every contender rather at 168 is looking at William Skull like easy money. So I'm thinking Cinnamon's looking like he's probably thinking like, hey man, I can get undisputed again if I just go and slap up this man William Skull.
Eso, sí. Tú vas a mamar el bicho. Tú vas a mamar.
Yeah, you cannot eat from sunrise to sundown. Thank you. Yep. Sunrise to sunset. Thank you. So that's what I said, right? I said you can't eat after sundown, right? Did I say that? I think I said that, right? You can't eat after sundown. So I was correct, right? I think that's what I said. Anyway, yeah, but thank you, Elias. Thank you, Cito. Yeah, because if you can't, so you said you can't. Oh no, you fat. Okay, so I was wrong because I said you can't eat after. You can't eat from sunrise to sunset. Okay. So yeah, my fault. Okay. Thank you for the correction. I see. Because I said after sunset. Okay. You can't eat between sunrise and sunset. So that's a large time that you can't eat. And when you know what I'm saying. Now you could change your schedule and maybe train in the morning and stuff like that, but that's still difficult. You know, it's gonna throw your spatial awareness off, your you know what I'm saying, your time frame off and stuff like that. So it's still a difficulty, you know. It's gonna throw you off. It's gonna throw you off a bit, man. But yeah, thank you for that. I'm looking it up right now. He said Canelo dressed like every Hispanic movie villain in that. What? Hey, get out, bro. Hey, Chloe, get out, bro. See yourself out, bro. Excuse yourself, bro. Get out of here, bro. Ah! Pull in the boot, bro. What? He said, now I'm snitching. Wait, who's snitching? Hold on. It's funny you say that. I know a few star tenders that actually do date a few of these boxers. Okay. Come on, Ty. Talk to him. He said, never mind, because now I'm snitching. Oh, you out here snitching. That's crazy. We putting cases on you out here snitching.
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
That's crazy, Ty. That's why I thought Devers Ryan rematch in May or June, perfect time. Ryan suspension up and Devers will be done with Ramadan. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think somebody was saying it earlier. Trump. Shout out my guy Trump, man. It kind of annoyed me, but shout out to him. I'm not mad at it. I was a little annoyed because we talk about real boxing, we bring up cheating. I really don't understand people not considering what Ryan did as cheating. Like, of course, it's going to impact the fight. It might not be the only reason why he lost, why he got beat up, but it definitely had a significant impact. You got to consider that, man. I don't think we should make anything like that insignificant. That's very dangerous for the sport. I don't care how much you like or dislike Devin. I don't care how much you like or dislike Ryan Garcia. Treat it like everybody else cheating. But yeah, I would like to see them have a rematch, but I will also stand on this too, Garden. If Devin doesn't want to have the rematch, then Devin doesn't want to have the rematch. So yeah, I don't think that I don't have an issue with that at all. But yeah, I do agree with you though. I do agree that the rematch would be nice. I want to see it, and yeah, depending on the timing. Depending on the timing,
Depending on the timing, it'll be more beneficial for him to have the rematch at certain times. But what if I mean Ryan Garcia? We don't know what weight class he's gonna come back at. You know, we don't know what weight class he's gonna come back at, and we don't know how he's gonna look, or even if he's gonna fight again. We'll see. Ty looked like old boy from Training Day. I thought Nello looked like an Italian mobster. Y'all crazy. Circadian rhythm, yeah. Circadian rhythm as well. Yeah, it'll throw off his sense of time and stuff like that. You know, so. Yeah, circadian rhythm. She's talking about in regards to what I was talking about, being on Ramadan and training at different times, you know, like going from essentially somebody who operates at the day to a nocturnal person, you know. But yeah, I think it will turn off, it'll mess up his natural sense of awareness in regards to time. And, you know, and I think I said I guess spatial awareness too, but even that too, because like, I don't know, but like, how can I say it? It's like, yeah, circadian rhythm is more appropriate, yeah, because I was thinking like, say even like when you travel, like jet lag and stuff like that, and it messes up your equilibrium. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, just like your senses will be kind of thrown off. You know, when you do stuff at different times that you're not accustomed to, your senses get thrown off. So I was trying to think of something that encompassed everything of timing and just how you just gather and interpret information, you know. Like you might even just waking up, you know, if you wake up at a time that you're not accustomed to, like you're groggy or you're not, you know, you may not notice, you may overlook things, you may feel rushed, so just all that, you know. But yeah, circadian rhythm is definitely something I could that'd probably been more appropriate. Yep, appreciate it. Who getting their natural balance knocked off? Bakhram. Space. What did I say? Spatial awareness. Let me look what I said. I think I said spatial awareness. I ain't say no continuum. I ain't say no. Did I say time continuum? Spatial awareness is the ability to understand the relationship between your body and objects around you. Yeah, I thought I said spatial awareness. So like, look, this is what I was talking about, man. I swear y'all be, I don't know because I got my PhD, but y'all be trying, boy. Y'all be trying me, boy. Spatial awareness, the ability to understand the relationship between your body and the objects around you, including location, distance, and size. Spatial perception, that's what I said. I ain't say no problem. What? Like, see, look, spatial awareness is important for many skills, including movement, hand-eye coordination. Come on, man. Y'all got to get on. Hey, man.
I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Hey, man. I'm going to pull up on you. I'm about to pull up on you, boy. I know. It's okay. I know. You ain't going to get your degree from correcting me. I can't help you. You know what I'm talking about? Homie better go take a nap. Hold on, bro. Homie better go take a nap. Hey, Bakhram already Bakhram got Tim Tszyu taking a nap. Yo, homie better go take a nap, boy. Karma be on my head top, boy. Y'all be on my head top, man. But shout out to y'all. Y'all keep me on my toes, man. Shout out to y'all. But hey, Tim Tszyu taking that nap for both of them. But shout out to Tim Tszyu though, man. Yeah. You see how they do me, Gardner Snake? I gotta Google stuff. Reference a Webster a dictionary. Talking about no gosh damn space and time. I did not say that. I did not say that. But yeah, I say y'all keep me on my toes, man. I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? I take it as a compliment, a backhanded compliment, but I take it as a compliment, man. You know. Y'all let other people slide. Y'all expect more from me. I expect more from myself as well. So, shout out to Dr. Serene in the house. You know what I'm talking about? We got 2 doctors in the chat. She's soon to be doctor of nursing. What is it? DNP, I believe. Doctor nurse practitioner or doctor nursing practice or something. And I'm a PhD in engineering. We got 2 doctors. Well, actually, she'll be the 3rd doctor because my boy, Dr. K-Part, who comes through, he's the 3rd doctor in the chat. I'm not a doctor like y'all. I feel like all I got is the week at BSN. That's not weak. That's not weak, bro. Look. I'm going to tell you this, Ty. Going to school don't make you smart. You know? And not going to school don't mean you're not smart. But when you have that degree, it does show that you have an aptitude to learn and once you obtain that, nobody could take it from you. You know what I'm saying? So it shows that it doesn't mean that you're necessarily smart, but it definitely doesn't mean you're dumb. You know what I'm saying? So you know that you have the aptitude and the ability to learn. And it's an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? But all degrees aren't created equal. Just because I have a PhD don't mean I'm smart in everything. In engineering, I'm smart and stuff like that. And I know I'm not dumb. I ain't gonna take away my credit now. You know what I'm saying? But I do think if you got a PhD, I ain't gonna lie, you that's definitely hard to get, especially when you look at percentages. Like there's like 2% of people with a doctorate, but you could go to college and be dumb, and you could not go to college and be smart. I mean, hell, what's my boy name for Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg. He dropped out, right? He didn't finish college. That man's definitely smart, you know. Elon Musk, I believe he has a mechanical engineering degree like me, and I don't even like Elon Musk like that, but he's definitely smart. You know, he doesn't have his PhD, he has a bachelor's. He's smart. You know, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he has every damn degree in the book. He's smart. Floyd Mayweather, despite how people may talk about him and make fun of him as not being able to read and stuff like that, but he know how to make money. That's smart to me. Eminem dropped out of high school. He making money off of doing something that he loves. He has an ear to what people like to hear. That's smart too. So depends on how you measure it. But yeah, getting your bachelor's is definitely dope, man. I salute you for that. Ty P ain't no damn doctor. He ain't prescribe us nothing. I'm definitely not a medical doctor. No sir, not a medical doctor. 154 is the only division where I don't mind the IBF mandatory. Who's a mandatory for who's a mandatory for Bakhram? Bill said I got my doctorate in the streets. Nah, Bill capping. You got to earn. I will say this though. I will say this. When I was going for my doctorate, and Clone knows this. Clone knew me before I was Dr. PGNGM or whatever. On my Twitch channel, I was just PGNGM. Because I didn't change my name until I actually got it, so ain't no cap in my rap. In regards to Bill, talk about he got his doctorate and shit. Nah, hell no. You got to earn that, man. It's a rite of passage, man. That shit is not hard to that shit is not easy to come by. So, you know, I didn't even allow people who call me doctor, whatever, you know, my real name and stuff like that. But like, no, don't call me that until I earn it, because I gotta earn it. You know, that's how I felt about it. That's just how I operate. Not knocking anybody else, but I gotta earn it, man. I ain't no cap in my rap. I don't be, you know, we fake it till we make it with some things, but not everything. Yeah, so you ain't got no doctor. You ain't got no doctor. You ain't got no doctorate. Ain't no honorary. You know what I'm saying? Not around here. Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin is the IBF mandatory. He would be. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Yeah, that's why Lubin said he got next. Dr. Well, I don't know what that means. Trying to say I'm fat? You trying to say I'm obese? That's crazy. And I still make more money as a truck driver. I have a bachelor's degree in biology and master's in organic. Hey, shout out to you, Cito. Big ups. Whether got that dumb money, so he doing something right. Is literally, yeah, exactly. He got dumb money. He's like, he just bought, like, you know, people don't talk about that. I was gonna make a video on it too, but you know, it's not really boxing. But just to salute him, he just bought like the biggest building acquisition for, I believe, in the history of sports of an athlete or something like that, or a sports personality, or maybe it was just boxer, something like that. He broke a record for something. He bought some big old land somewhere. Well, Champ Ross in the building. I don't know. Bill certified with the OGs when it comes to that ism. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Bill. I rock with Bill, man. But people be trying to, like, I remember, you know, so I'm an engineer, right? And I remember, you know, people like to use the word engineering because it's really just at the core of it, the foundation of engineer, the foundation of the world is a problem solver. And I remember I used to go to the club. This is back when I was younger, you know. And I remember there was one club in particular where these bouncers would wear a shirt and it would say door engineer instead of just calling a bouncer. They say door engineer because they try to sound fancy. I'm like, nah, bro, you're not an engineer, bro. That junk is hard, bro. A lot of people don't make it. And I remember when I first got into it was called first year engineering lab. That was everybody's rite of passage when you declare becoming an engineer after you pass your prerequisites, like, you know, physics 1, 2, calculus 1, 2, 3,
all the other courses in chemistry, all whatever. Once you finally get to the engineering school, because there was a whole other school off campus, because Florida State and FAMU, they have a joint engineering program. So it's like when you're in the engineering student, it's like you're removed. It's literally like a concentration camp almost, it feels like, because you're not on the Florida State main campus, you're not on FAMU's main campus, you're on its own campus that's open 24 hours, because they know they flood you with work, and they give everybody a key card so you can access the building at any time, but anyway, like when at your first year engineering lab, they say, look to your left, look to your right. They say that person, those people aren't going to graduate with you. And I remember they put us in a group, and it was a group of 4 of us. In my group, it was a black guy, me. I was a black guy. There was a Hispanic girl, and there was 2 white guys. Moses, Chevy, Yamaimi, and me. And literally, it was so dope, because I thought it was dope, because she, a STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, you're a minority. It's a white male dominated field. And shout out to my white brethren. I'm not knocking them. That's just statistics. Or that it's a white male dominated field. So if you're a woman, no matter if you're a black woman, white woman, Asian woman, Hispanic woman, you are a minority. If you're a non-white male, you're a minority. So if you're Hispanic, black, Asian, Asian male is kind of up there too. They're not really considered a minority in STEM, but anyway, so it's funny because the 2 white males, we all passed the class, stuff like that, but they dropped out. They switched because that shit got hard. And then Yomaimi, she was a Hispanic girl. She went to she was an industrial engineer, and she passed, and she graduated with her bachelor's and stuff like that. And I was mechanical engineering, and I passed, and I was a black male, so it was dope. It was so funny that we were like, not only did we pass the test from the looking to your left or your right, that we wouldn't graduate, but also we probably, statistically speaking, we had the smallest chance to be successful, and we both made. I thought that was dope. We always used to joke with each other about that. But anyway, like a musician doctrine, the same as engineering doctrine. Like, is a musician doctrine? Nah, none of them are the same. Is there levels of doctorates? I mean, it's all in your field, right? So, even if you're engineering, a mechanical engineer, a doctorate in mechanical engineering is not the same as a doctorate in industrial engineering. So, like, so you could do this. You could Google the top 10 most difficult majors, and I promise you, like, 8 of them will be engineering, and 1 of them is mechanical engineering, which is what I was. So if you want to look at it from difficulty standpoint, it's definitely not the same. I think it's most definitely one of the hardest majors, for sure. That's statistically speaking, according to, statistics. I was redundant. Statistically speaking, according to statistics. So according to what people say, they say it's and studies that's one of the hardest degrees. But if you want to talk about, is it the same? Well, I would say no, because the reason why I said even industrial engineering or civil engineering or mechanical engineering or chemical engineering, they're different, is because they have different processes to get your doctorate. Like, for example, my process is called a qualifying exam. We had to write, we had an oral exam, a written exam, and a verbal oral exam, a written exam, and a presentation exam. So which is verbal. I'm like, verbal to oral. Verbal to oral sounds the same, but the oral exam and verbal exam are different. So what's considered the verbal exam is like when you present your research, and it has to be novel. So it has to be approved by a committee of other engineers that are professors and have their PhDs or whatever. So you have to present your research. They have to approve your research. That's the verbal part. Then you have to do a written exam, which is where they ask you, it's like a test where they give you, like, it's like I don't remember, I think there was like 2 or 3 pages, or 4 pages of just questions, engineering questions, and it stems from, not only do I got to know what I'm doing, but I have to know everything through my entire history of being in school from my freshman year all the way to from your freshman year in engineering all the way till you graduate. So you have to know everything. They can ask you anything is fair game. So you basically have to study all 4 years to prepare for one test. And then you have the oral exam, which was the hardest for me, is because I'm shy, right? So you have a committee of 4 professors. Your advisor, the guy who you work under, the professor that you work under, and then 3 other professors two from your department,
one from your field and then one from outside your department. Come in and they'll just ask you questions, any question, random question. Like, and a lot of times they're open-ended. They don't really want to know a definitive answer like 2 + 2 = 4, but they want to know like what's most important is your methodology and your thought process. So that's why I think, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be honest, I think that's why I think I translate that to how I look at boxing. Like, that's why I like to look at the whole picture, because I was kind of trained to do so. Like, whether I agree with it or not, I try to look at all sides, because you got to kind of think out the box. And sometimes they make like, so I'm gonna give you an example, bro. You know, the guy asked me, one of my questions was from fluid dynamics. I do thermodynamics. The guy was a fluid dynamics professor. Man, he was tough. But anyway, he asked me to tell him how fast a plane will crash if a passenger on the plane this is probably, you probably couldn't even say this, you probably get canceled for making this question now these days. But anyway, he said if a guy on the plane had a gun and it accidentally went off and he shot a hole in the roof on a plane at whatever altitude he gave me, I don't remember the elevation, he shot a hole in the roof, he told me to tell him how fast the plane will fall. I said, what? He told, not how fast, sorry. He told, well, you have to know the speed, how fast it's going. So there's things that you have to know, right? So you have to, he asked me to let him know how long it would take for the plane to crash. So not how fast it'll go, but how long, which is kind of touching it, right? You got to know how fast it'll go to let you know how the time span in which it'll crash. And then another question was from Dr. Tszyu. He asked me, if I have a hot plate and a tub of water, how fast, so it was a nucleation question. He asked me how fast will a bubble rise to the surface, and if it does, or will it ever get to the surface, or will it pop before reaching the surface? So I had to tell him, you know, how, he asked me, dang, it was a 2-part question. It was, I can't remember exactly. He was like, how fast will the bubbles form and will it pop? So you had to know the surface area. You had to know what liquid it was in. He didn't say water. That's why he said a tub of liquid. So I had to know what type of liquid it is, so I could know the viscosity. I could know the so basically, anyway, they asked me a whole bunch of questions, and that was very nerve-wracking for me, because I'm shy and I get nervous, you know, in front of people speaking and stuff like that. So and I talk fast too. So but it's about asking the right questions, knowing the constants, the proper constants, knowing the confines, knowing like you know, how to develop a free body diagram, stuff like that. But okay, so to answer your question, Oscar, is like, now if you go to industrial engineering, I know this because I knew people in industrial engineering. You know what their qualifying exam was? Their qualifying exam was to write a report on a topic of their choosing, on a scientific topic of their choosing. So basically, like, I'm trying to think of the industrial engineer. Okay, so let's say like industrial engineering, they deal with optimization of like, say they deal with optimization of fabrication of some type of product, right? So they deal with like okay, if you have how can I say it? So okay, so if you have a process that goes from, okay, you want to develop this product, you want to mass produce it, so you have probably like an assembly line, right? Well, you have this station of the assembly line probably to put the pieces together, this station of the assembly line probably to check for, I don't know, errors and stuff like that, and validate how it operates or something like that. So like an assembly line, an industrial engineers, a lot of times what they do, they want to optimize that and make that process run more efficiently, smoothly, effectively, quickly as possible, right? And so just to give you an example, like let's say like that's like a part of a 6 Sigma standard, like Sigma codes, right? So they would go and they asked them for their qualifying exam to read a paper on, let's say, the standards of 6 Sigma or Gantt charts or something like that, or process of 6 Sigma coding and or standards, and they would just write a paper on that. I'm not saying it's not hard, but it's definitely not as hard as mine. So you know what I'm saying, or the other one. So I would say that no, all doctorates are not the same. But from a standpoint where they are the same, is that a doctorate is typically the highest level you could be in that field. So if you have a doctorate of music, like you said, then there's no other higher person as far as a hierarchy goes academically. So from that standpoint, all doctorates are the same for the most part. But from a standpoint of what you know and what you do with your doctorate, no, they're not the same at all. And how you get your doctorate, they're not the same. So I know I went a long way of explaining it, but hopefully that answered your question, Oscar. So yeah, there are levels of doctorates, because there's like, you know what I'm saying, naturally, if you have, I'm not trying to knock anybody's profession, but naturally, if you have an easier major, a quote unquote easier major and a harder major, to get a doctorate in the harder major and the more difficult major is going to be more difficult than it is for the easier major. So and it depends on what their criteria is to obtain such a degree. That's like asking, are all bachelors the same? Nah, because if I have a bachelor's in psychology and I have a bachelor's in engineering, or I have a bachelor's in computer science, or I have a bachelor's in journalism, I mean, all you have to do is look at the retention rate, and you can see which one's harder, which was most likely harder by how many people change their majors or drop out or don't finish. You know, that's a huge indication on how difficult the major is. You know, so yes, they're the same from the level of which, if you have a doctorate in this degree, I mean this field, and you have a doctorate in this field, well, most likely you're the highest level you can be. You're like in the NBA academically in that field. So they're even on that note, but they're not even on how you get there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my high school coach told me this. Yeah, so it's not like a high school diploma where all high school diplomas are the same, because they all follow the national standard of testing and you know what I'm saying? Shoot, you can even have the same degree and go to a different university and it'll be easier. That's why it's important to make sure. That's why it's important when they have a thing called accreditation, right? It's important to go to a school that is accredited, an accredited university, because if it's not accredited, then a lot of places won't respect that degree because it doesn't abide or adhere to a certain standard, you know, that they create. You should have kept her on the team. Okay, y'all talking about nonsense. That's a good question. I would assume so. When you get the doctors that specialize in certain field, I guess, yeah. So it depends. Yeah. So yeah, it's the highest in whatever field you're in. But and you can also look at the pay rate too, right? So the pay rate doesn't always mean everything, right? You know, but a lot of times, if you have a doctorate, you could, if you want to look at like in sports terms, having a doctorate is like being in there's no higher than the NBA, you know. But then if you look at the different players in the NBA, then every player is not equal, so something like that. A podiatrist definitely doesn't have the same clout as a neurologist. Right. So something like that, you know what I'm saying? It depends on how you but I mean, I think I think a bachelor should be respected in any field. A master should be respected in any field. And even with masters, right? You can have a thesis and a non-thesis master's. So a non-thesis master's is mostly coursework. So if you have your master's and it's non-thesis, that means that you're not obligated to write a thesis. So some places don't care because they won't even ask you, but some places they will. Like, so a non-thesis master's degree is where it's primarily predicated off of coursework. You just gotta, not just because it's not easy, but like you take courses and you pass a course. But thesis master's is where you have to work on it. You have to do research, right? It's research based. So you do your coursework. It's not like you get any less of a burden with the coursework. You still do the same amount of coursework as a non-thesis master's, but then with the thesis, you also have to, you're responsible for doing research and writing your thesis paper, you know, which my thesis paper was like 80 some pages, and then my thesis was on photovoltaics or solar panels, cooling channel analysis to enhance the efficiency of solar panels or photovoltaics, all photovoltaics, not just solar panels, but primarily solar panels. And then my dissertation for my PhD was on formulating a general thermodynamic framework for heat engines utilizing Lee Kessler methodology. So that was like over 120 some pages. So them shits be long, man. My presentation alone was like 60 slides, 70 slides. And I just thank God for, it's gonna sound bad, God forgive me, but I'm thankful for COVID, because not because of the people that hurt. So I'm not saying that, you know, I don't say that lightly, but rest in peace to those that were hurt and stuff by COVID. But COVID, I benefited from COVID academically because, like I told you, I'm shy, you know, which I get over it. Don't get it twisted. You know, I took public speaking courses and stuff. I'm very proactive about things that I feel I need help with, especially academically, you know. And I got an A, and yeah, you wouldn't know I'm shy, but I am shy, and it's like very nerve wracking for me. I get anxious. But anyway, the reason why I benefited off of COVID was because for my PhD, my last presentation for my dissertation, you can look at it as an exam, but as your dissertation presentation, mine was done virtually.
So I didn't have to, like, of course I still saw my professors on there, and I had like a lot of people watching, my family and friends and people that, because they invite people from the school, what I'm saying, people you don't even know, they just rule like that. They don't even get your consent with who they invite to your presentation, but the dope thing was that I could do it virtually. We did it via was it Zoom? It might have been I think it was Microsoft Teams or something like that. So I got to do it from my crib, so that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Unlike the people prior to COVID, they had to go and show up at the auditorium, and I had to do that for my dissertation. In my dissertation, I was in the classroom with the projector and the laser pointer and all that stuff, going through the slides and doing demonstrations and stuff like that. But for my PhD, I had to do that, bro. So I was appreciative of COVID. Don't forget to hit that like button, man. Buddy really told me to quit school and go back to what I was doing because I wouldn't ever get my degree. Yeah, people be hating, man. It wasn't nonsense. I was sharing part of my life story. Oh, I thought y'all was talking about freaking in the chat. My bad. I saw Chloe say you should have kept her on the team. So I thought y'all was talking about being nasty in the chat. My bad. I'm going to the guard tonight from Lou DeBella. Hey, let's go, man. Yeah, that's the headline is Mayo Yoshida versus Shureta, right? Shureta Metcalf, right? BX. Yeah, enjoy that, bro. Buddy really told me to quit, man. F him, man. And look at you. Look where you're at now. Shout out to you. So, bro, yeah, when I was in high school, man, my school counselor, my mom almost pulled up on him. That's why I didn't tell her, because I know she would have. I'll never forget, man, this lady, man, white lady, too. I was top of my class. I was in AP courses, IB courses, honors courses. I took college courses, which is called dual enrollment in high school. I don't know if it's still called that now. But, yeah, I took zero period, which was an extra period. Before school started, so I would show up to school an hour early, and and I played sports and all that stuff while doing it. And she told me, when I told her I wanted to go to school for engineering, because you got to do your exit counseling, right, in high school. I'm sure everybody had to do that. And she told me, she said, "You sure you don't want to pick an easier degree?" I said, "I don't know, not too many people pass in engineering, and why don't you think about doing psychology or something?" I just looked at her, and shout out to her, and I don't want to give her any credit. I'm not even gonna say her name, but that did help motivate me, man. I was like, look at me, bro. I'm on a Bright Future scholarship. I have an academic scholarship where they're funding my degree, and you telling me that I ain't gonna lie, I had some behavioral issues now. I used to get in trouble. So, I used to get in trouble too, but that's why it would get me out of trouble too, because they knew I was a good kid academically and stuff like that. But I would get in trouble, so I ain't gonna knock her all the way. But yeah, she's still a little hoe. But anyway, she told me I wouldn't make it. So people always doubt you, and you use that as fuel, man. So a part of me does thank her for doubting me. I wish you would have doubted me to win the lotto or something. Hell, she should have doubted me to be a rapper or something. Get this, but I would have really thanked her then. Such a perv. Who, me or Ty? How am I? It literally said. Let me read what he said. Clone said, "Oh, you should have kept her on the team." How am I a perv? Because I thought that meant that they was talking about something freaky. What else that mean? I'm just blame me for everything. Yeah, shout out to Clone too. Hey, I heard back from Duke Energy too, Clone. I hit you in the DMs. I'm an educated heathen. Ain't nothing wrong with that. She was projecting because her dumb ass couldn't do it. You feel me? That's all good though. Like I said, I did have some. I used to get in trouble and stuff, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you, Carm. Nah, I ain't no thank you nothing. Cause y'all. Y'all, you definitely said, Chloe, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up, bro. You definitely, let me look at your channel activity. I'll look at your past messages. There you go, channel activity. Wait, what? Okay, here you go, right here. Let's look what you said. He said, "Stop glancing over comments. We ain't heathens." He said, "All right, my fault." He said, "Ty, you should have kept her on the team." What that mean? I would like to pass the FE and PE. Oh, damn, I'm looking at your past comments. I missed. My fault, Clone. I should have took the FE, though. Oh, I took the FE. I didn't take the PE. Oh, I mean, I didn't do the PE, right? Because that would have been you had to do your EIT, engineering and training, and then to get your professional engineer. I think that's important, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If I could do it over, I think it's more. What's the word I'm looking for? it's more beneficial. It's more beneficial for in the workforce to have a PE than it is to have a PhD. I think so. More companies look for PEs. So if I could do it over, I would definitely advise anybody that's in engineering and they're contemplating between a PhD and a PE. I think a PhD looks better and sounds better, but a PE is more desirable in the workforce because you know a lot of companies looking for engineers that can write off on certain things and stuff like that. And so all in hindsight. He definitely is. Be reading stuff out of context, trying to make me sound like some type of my bad. I apologize, Ty. I apologize, bro. My bad. You right. I do. My bad. Well, come on, man. Come on. Okay. So if it's my fault, okay. How about this, Ty? And Clone. I want both y'all. Scroll back up to get the all right, bet. I'll do it. But I want y'all to answer me this. So let's say Savage. Remember Savage Unicorn? That's my dog now. She cool. But Ty, what did GG Savage mean? Mike in the building. What did GG Savage mean? GG Savage Unicorn. What did the GG mean? Okay. And then once you tell me what GG meant, tell me what that was an acronym for, and then my case is over. I rest my case. I don't need to say nothing else. Clone, you know the answer too. Don't be capping. Clone and Ty, y'all both know the answer. These are y'all conversations. Because Ty was involved in this conversation. Clone was involved in this conversation. Savage Unicorn was involved in this conversation. GG means good. No. Because that's what I thought. That's what I said. I said GG. I said what game you playing? I said what you just do? I said did you just win in Call of Duty? Because I saw that. Gorilla Grip. Thank you, Ty. See, I'm a timeout Clone for capping out here lying in the chat in 4K. Thank you. GG stood for Gorilla Grip. I'm over here telling, oh GG. I said, dang, Savage, what game you playing? You just won? GG's. I was like, good game. Gorilla Grip, Savage Unicorn. That was y'all conversation. So now y'all and y'all the same people that are mad at me when I read something suspicious in the chat and I think that it's on the deep end because that's where y'all be going. That's where y'all be going, bro. That's what she be me. No, y'all, that was y'all conversation. That was your conversation. Yo, just do in the building. What's good, brethren? Yo, Canelo in the building. What's good? Upset. Yeah, it was definitely an upset. We already talked about that. You late, my boy. We definitely included Dubois, Hercules. I think Dubois AJ was a bigger upset, but yeah, that was definitely upset as well. I'm protected by sister's honor. No, bro, no, you lying. you lying and snitching. How you lying? If you gonna snitch on me, at least tell the truth. I don't mind getting reprimanded for something I did, but don't lie and snitch on me.
All right, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
I don't want to hear that, Karma. You probably would have been involved in that conversation too. You ain't innocent. What's the other one? I'm trying to remember what Ty said. Ty said, cause I ain't gonna put your business out there. But what the bear helmet mean? What y'all was talking about with the bear? Okay, okay, bro. These are just I be trying to talk boxing. And I look at the chat, and that's what I see. And I be confused, and I be thinking it's the most innocent, most juvenile thing that we could be talking about, sports. But no, y'all be talking about something on the deep end. You know what I'm talking about? And then y'all turn around and blame me because I think that y'all on that type of timing. Because that's the type of timing y'all usually be on. I was minding my business. Yeah, sure. Y'all talked about Jai next opponent. He might lose this one. You think he's going to lose to his mandatory, I don't remember his name, I don't even want to butcher his name. It's something with an H and the last name's with a C. Do I think he will lose? I don't know. I don't know much about him. I didn't talk about that though, Canelo. I don't mind revisiting stuff we talked about though. What you want to talk about, bro? Hussein Sin Cara. I don't know much about him. Is he a capable fighter? I don't know. I know that the IBF mandatories haven't really been too intriguing of opponents. I know that Jal Bataya already paid him off step aside money in order for him to fight Jack One Smack Massey. So now that they're revisiting this fight, I think that he deserves it. He deserves his opportunity. So I think the IBF is doing right by him. But I don't know how formidable this guy is. I don't know much about him, to be honest. I'm looking at him right now. He's 39 years old.
Damn.
Which is not old in life, but it's up there in.
I'm sorry.
and he's 6'3" though. Hey, German, old German. No, he Dirk Nowitzki out here, the big German. But I don't recognize anybody on his. Yeah, all his fights are in Germany. Yeah, I'm not going. I got Jack Massey. I ain't gonna lie. I tell you, that's a big red flag for me when you are undefeated and you have a substantial amount of wins and all your wins are in the same location. Nah, that's home cooking. Okay, no, he has one fight that was in Malmo. He has another fight that was in China. 3 fights in China, the rest in Germany. 4 fights in China, the rest in Germany. Yeah, I'm not going. Yeah, I got Jai. He said, check my DMs. All right. PP keep trying to use my pass against me. How do I know your pass though? I'm not Dr. Botson talk PI. I'm not a private investigator. I don't know Inspector Gadget, Dick Tracy, none of them. I don't know Tanya Harding or not Tanya Harding. What's it? The Hardy Boys. I don't know none of them. So if I know if I know your past, it's because of you. He said top 3. Okay. Definitely. I think oh, she was bad. Had that bag. She had me tight. Okay. I apologize, bro. I apologize. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And shit, I was told I would never get my degree with our professors at Penn State. Bro, I could have met you, Ty. I had a what a call to go to Penn State. I had a little scholarship to go to Penn State for my master's, and I had a professor that was got me in with another professor, but I decided to stay at the crib because most of my family's in Florida and. Especially my mom's, I can help out and stuff like that. Told me I heard what you would do. I see my fault, bro. I see. I apologize. He said, Elijah Garcia lost. Yeah, I remember that when he lost to Kyron Davis. Shout out to Kyron Davis because Kyron Davis, a lot of people didn't expect him because Kyron Davis lost to David Benavidez and he lost to somebody else. And yeah, Kyron, I was happy about that one. This may be the Murtazaliev effect. He got a high KO rate. Haven't watched his fights yet. That's true. You're right about that. But Murtazaliev, you're right about that. That's a good point. That's a very good point, Canelo. That's a very good point. He does have a high KO ratio. I have to watch. I'm gonna do my research. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm gonna do my research on him. It could be the Murtazaliev effect, but I will say even I was familiar with Murtazaliev. I'm completely unfamiliar with this dude. I heard about him. I wasn't too familiar with Murtazaliev. He was definitely one of the fighters I was less familiar with. One of the champions I'm less familiar with. But I knew about him. And I heard his name. Like I said, I knew about Jack Colque. I couldn't name you one person that the IBF mandatory for Jail Pataya fought. I couldn't name you some of Murtazaliev's opponents. I feel that you say he only fights in Germany as a take on Kawasaki. That's crazy. I was not digging at Kawasaki, but hey, if the shoe fits, that was not a dig at Kawasaki, bro. Please don't get garter snake mentality started, bro. That was not a dig. I'll repeat, that was not a dig at Kawasaki, bro. Please don't see Oscar. You messy, bro. Yo, Illuminati in the building. Oscar, you messy. Please don't get him started on Kawasaki, bro. Please. That was not a dig at Kawasaki. I could have applied to anybody. What was the last girl who did Amanda Serrano fight? Stevie Morgan. If you look at her record, the majority of her fights were in Colombia. I said the same thing. I'm talking about not the District of Columbia in the U.S. I'm talking about Colombia, the country in South America. The majority of her fights were in Colombia. I was like, okay, she probably gonna get whooped because she seems like she's getting a lot of home. Cause she's not. The crazy part about Stevie Morgan, it would be different if the majority of her fights were in Colombia. She's Colombian. She's American or something. I don't remember if she's American. Yeah, I believe she's American, and all her fights in Colombia. Come on, they know something. They know something. So I was like, when I saw that fight, I was like, yeah, Amanda Serrano gonna run through her. I didn't think Amanda Serrano was gonna run through her like that. It was still, she still ran through her crazy, worse than I anticipated. But, yeah, Stevie Morgan. Yeah, look at her. Come on now. She has 14 fights. Sorry, she has 16 fights. And 14 of them were in Colombia. Yeah, I'm not going. I'm not going, bro. Like, no. Oscar, I wholeheartedly agree. But Bakhram and DDD was the facts. They were IBF champions. Talk to him, Oscar. I think Tim Tszyu should go to Australia to fight. I think he will. I made a video about that actually, Garden Snake. I think he will go to fight Zarafa, even though he said that ship was sailed. Now he might need Zarafa because Zarafa, he did get knocked out by Erislandy Lara, but he has a victory since then. So in the interim, or in the after, subsequent, after that fight, he subsequently got another victory. So I think that fight is more interesting now, and I think that fight would happen, and I think it can happen. I think it probably should happen. Before he was talking about Tim Tszyu fighting, he was talking about Michael Zarafa fighting Nikita Tszyu. Now Tim Tszyu versus Michael Zarafa is interesting again. We'll see. Now if Tim Tszyu loses that, he's finished. I'm not gonna lie. Canelo said if Tszyu loses one more time, but yeah, I agree with that. I agree, especially to Michael Zarafa. No disrespect to Zarafa, but he shouldn't be able to beat Tim Tszyu. There is no way Joe Calzaghe in the Hall of Fame, but you have people saying Wilder isn't worthy. Yeah, it's crazy. I do think that Joe Calzaghe now, he definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying that. I definitely think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. I repeat, he definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame to me. But when people say the GOAT, that's when I have an issue. I think Lara, even at his age, schools Tim. Ooh. He's at 160 though, but I don't know. I don't want to say that, Gar. I feel like that'd be. I feel like that's a little harsh. You know, I don't know. I'm not saying he can't win, but schools him. I don't know. I think that's a little harsh. You know, I think that's us being prisoner of the moment. But yeah, I mean, I can't be mad at that assessment right now because Tim Tszyu looked bad, bro. 3 rounds, demolition, destruction. He got obliterated, man. Knocked into oblivion, bro. I think every question that you have for Tim Tszyu is valid, has some validity to it, but I do think we shouldn't get overwhelmed with the moment that we saw, because if you pay attention to this channel, you know that we thought it was going to be a competitive fight. So I thought it was going to be a competitive fight that goes the distance, but it was going to be in favor of Tim Tszyu. Now, if I thought that, and then the guy, I don't care how bad he lost, I can't really, I got to put a threshold on how much I could really judge him on that loss, because I thought it was going to be a good fight, you know. I just didn't think it was going to be a one way a one way beatdown. That was crazy. He put belt to booty, belt to ass. Name his 4 best opponents he beat in their prime. Oh, you know I can't do that. I'm not going, bro. I'm not going. Y'all not about to be I'm not. Cause see, y'all Illuminati and Oscar, y'all will start it, and then once I start to talk about it, then Gardner Snake gonna be on my head top, and then now me and Gardner Snake are going back, and then y'all gonna respectfully bow out. All of a sudden, y'all gotta go. You know, Oscar got to go tend to his farm. All of a sudden, Illuminati got to go feed his children, and now I'm over here fighting your battle. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going, bro. I'm not, because he gonna get mad at me. I'm just gonna be spitting the fact that he gonna get mad at me. I'm just gonna be filled in the questions, and people gonna be mad at me like I said something wrong. So I'm not going, bro. That don't mean I won't talk about Joe Calzaghe. We having a good stream today. You know, it hasn't been combative, hasn't been confrontational. Ain't nobody talk about nobody's mama. You know, I want to keep it going that way. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it going for the morning show. Maybe down when we get to the evening show, you know what I'm saying, we might get a little more freaky, you know. But right now, I like the way it's going right now. You know, we gonna keep it going, move forward amicably, you know, and keep the peace. I don't want no smoke, man. I know I may look like I want smoke all the time, but I appreciate the calm. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no pressure. My boy Kendrick in the building, big member in the building. Bodybuilder, left hook leg. I ain't gonna lie, that's disrespectful though. When they call John Pascal a bodybuilder against Dimitri Bivol, that's crazy, bro. That's why I tell people don't really be knowing boxing, bro. They just disrespectful. I can't count Tim out if he loses because 154. Loma has 3 L's and he's in a less competitive division. Talk to him. I can't even get on the lives no more. Y'all say I troll too, but yeah, nah, you definitely can. Yeah, your voice privileges have been revoked because you wilder. You came in here with three different personalities. I'm not going. Yeah, you definitely can't get on the line no more. This man came in bipolar like a bug. My boy came in with 3 different personalities and 3 different usernames. I can't trust you. Trolling. I'm here for all the smoke. Okay, bet. Hey, y'all want to pull up? Y'all can pull up now. Y'all can get the smoke. I'm not going, man. I'm peaceful P today. Dudes coming to the chat and turn Street Fighter. They reaching Dalcine. Facts. I don't be saying nothing wrong. Okay, like I said, I know my tone. Like I get passionate about what I talk about, so maybe my tone is deceiving. But I don't have. There's very few fighters that I really have a true disdain for. Like I don't really dislike any fighters. I do like some fighters more than others, but I don't really.
Like, if you like Keith Thurman and you ask me about Keith Thurman, I'd be like, yeah, I rock with Keith Thurman. He's a fellow Floridian, you know what I'm saying? Fellow American. I like Keith One-Time Thurman. But I would say also, when I'm speaking on his legacy, I will also say that he ducked Errol Spence. And people get mad at me. Oh, you don't like Keith Thurman? No, that's just the truth. If you watch boxing, it's kind of hard not to see that. He ducked the hell out of Errol Spence. He ducked him so much that Errol Spence said that he would go to his grave before fighting Keith Thurman. And I don't blame him. I hope he stands on that. Not the dying part, but just the not fighting Keith Thurman part, because Keith Thurman didn't fight him. Now he wants to fight him while what? While Errol Spence is at a new division. Errol Spence is coming off his first loss. Errol Spence doesn't look the same. He's been in a car accident. Now all of a sudden he wants to fight him. Get the freak out of here, though. Don't fight that. Same with Wilder, bro. I know we like AJ. I like AJ. I just went on a whole AJ parade about bigging up AJ and saluting AJ, saying that how great he is, which he is great. But I think that he avoided Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And people say, oh, you just like Tyson Fury, you just like Deontay Wilder. Well, no, I think that he's a common denominator. He didn't fight either one of them. I have to, you know what I'm saying? So I think that whether you like AJ or not, you know, I forgive him. I'm not mad at him. But I do think that there's more so to blame on him for him not fighting Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder than the other ones. I'm not saying that they all aren't partially to blame, because maybe there was some ridiculous contractual requests on by some parties. Maybe there was a lack of money by some parties. Maybe it was a scheduling conflict. But at the same time, when you're the common denominator of not fighting Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and they fought each other, then I gotta lean towards you being more to blame. And then also the other guy, I like Danny Swift Garcia. That's my guy. You know, Angel Garcia to me is one of the best fathers personalities, him and Bill Haney. But when I talk about Danny Swift Garcia, I think he's a beast. But I also mentioned that I think that he avoided Terrence Bud Crawford. And if you like Danny Garcia, you're gonna get mad at me. But if you pay attention to boxing, it's very hard to refute what I'm saying. So there's very few fighters I dislike. I mean, I don't like Teofimo. You know, I don't like Teofimo because he, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I don't think any good person should really like Teofimo, because he said some very vulgar, racially insensitive stuff. So I don't like him, of course. You know, he's a racist asshole in my opinion. So I don't like Teofimo. Ryan Garcia, I don't like him either. I used to like Ryan Garcia. Like I said, I bet money on Ryan Garcia to beat Devin Haney. More so because it's my analysis stylistically, how they complement each other in the fight. I thought that his fighting style, his approach is conducive with beating Devin Haney, but I'm not an advocate for a cheater. Once you cheat, it goes out the window for me. So and then especially when you say F all Muslims and F all N-words, you know, I can't rock with you. I feel like a sellout. So that goes against the fabric of my body, you know what I'm saying, of my being, I should say, not my body, the fabric of my being. So I don't like Ryan Garcia and I don't like Teofimo, but other than that, there's very few fighters I dislike. Somebody give DBT some smoke. Literally, I need to go. I might shoot. The way people in the chat be on my head talk about, they might drive me to drink and drive me to smoke. Hell, I don't drink or smoke, but I might start. Some of y'all be driving me crazy. Yo, he's getting named for Roy Jones' best 4 prime opponents. So you gotta let it go, bro. Roy Jones was undisputed. Roy Jones went to heavyweight and beat John Ruiz. Gardner said, "I'm just trying to help you out. That's not a good. I'm not saying don't make the argument. I'm not involved, but that's not a good. Roy Jones is not a good one, man. You got to pick somebody else, bro. Roy Jones is not a good place to plant your flag when you're trying to compare accolades and accomplishments and resumes to Joe Calzaghe. Please let the Roy Jones go, man. That's not a good one, bro. Roy Jones went all the way to heavyweight. He was and became a champion. He was undisputed at light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? The man dropped an album, for Christ's sakes. He was in the Matrix. That's just not a good. I'm just trying to help you out, bro. I'm not being funny. I'm really trying to help. I'm laughing, but that's not a good one, man. Give another comparison, because you're gonna lose that Roy Jones one every time, bro. As long as they know boxing, you're gonna lose that one, bro. Undisputed is enough. He was undisputed, bro. That beats everything Calzaghe did right there. Unless you don't care about undisputed, you know, which I know you do, because you said that you had Usyk for fighter of the year because he became undisputed this year, right? That's what you said earlier in the chat. I'm burdened with a good memory, man. I'm sorry, I am. you said that Usyk is good because, you know, fighter of the year because he had a fight and he obtained undisputed. That's facts, and I agree that he could be considered. But then, you know, Roy Jones is also somebody here undisputed. So I do know that you
you put a lot into Undisputed. So it's kind of that's kind of tough. That's all. But yeah, y'all got it though. I'm gonna respectfully bow. I'm not using this as an excuse for Garcia, but I wouldn't be surprised if he went through a humiliation ritual in all his rants. I haven't heard him speak about it because he confronts himself. I will say this too, like, don't get me wrong. You know, I'm human. We all make mistakes, but at the same time, I just think it's so funny because, you know, I'm gonna use my Puerto Rican brothers and sisters who are American, and there's a reason why I'm gonna pick this, because Puerto Ricans are American, right? So we're all American, but even Puerto Ricans have a distinction between themselves being Puerto Rican and American because they are proud of their heritage, right? Well, a lot of Puerto Ricans, not all, but a lot of them, they don't like B-Hop. Why don't they like B-Hop? Because B-Hop stepped on the flag. I'm not saying that you can't dislike him because that is disrespectful. That's a disrespectful gesture. But stepping on a flag is not as bad as saying that you're going to kill somebody because of the color of his skin. You're going to resurrect them and kill them again after they were already killed in an action of injustice and police brutality. It's not as bad as saying that certain people that look a certain way or believe or have a certain religious belief should die. You know, so it's still just an inanimate object, and whether it's a flag or whether it's a car, whether it's a blade of a piece of paper, it's still an inanimate. It's an inanimate object. So that's not. So my point is that some people still ain't forgive B-Hop for that. So when we say that, yes, he could go on an apology tour and we will forgive him, of course, because we are forgiving people. All of us, we should be. You know, we all sin and we all should be forgiven. However, it's just funny that the people that are saying, oh, he should be forgiven, people make mistakes. You ain't forgive B-Hop for stepping on the flag 2 decades ago. And that could be considered a part of the buildup of a fight, right? It's just trying to build intrigue. Well, Ryan Garcia said these things and he didn't have a fight coming up. He literally can't even fight. So it's just funny how people are insensitive to other people's plights, but at the same time, they want people to respect and be sensitive to their own plights. You know, so let's just be let's just be honest. If it was the other way around, if Devin Haney said that about any type of other culture, they would not forgive him. You see what I'm saying? Not easily. He would not be easily forgiven. So why, when it's targeted towards a certain community, particularly black community, why should we get over it so easily and so quickly and so willingly? No, I don't. No, I'm not getting over that. No. I mean, I might eventually, but not right now. No, he ain't even finished his suspension yet. Can he finish his suspension? And then maybe we talk about getting over it? Can he apologize for real? You know, the apology don't be for real anyway. It just be a PR thing. But you know, no, bro, no. You're not going to tell me what you can't. You're not going to dictate my emotion. If I want to be upset about something, whether you agree with it or not, I'm going to be upset about it. If I'm going to be bothered about it, I mean, I'm not really upset, but because I don't think about him like that. But at the same time, when I do think about it, then yeah, I'm not going to like him. I'll be an idiot. Ty in the Discord, appreciate it. My guy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's good, bro? Appreciate you joining.
Phone was booming.
What's good, bro? What'd you say?
Said the trap phone was booming.
Trap phone, trap. Hey, yo. My boy Kendrick in the building. Oh, Kendrick about to go in. I already know. Shout out. My boy Kendrick is Huey Freeman reincarnate. But he about to go ahead. It's not even a country flag. Thank you. That Kendrick. That's my point. You see what I did there, right, Kendrick? Thank you for following what I was putting down. It's not even a country flag because Puerto Rico is part of America. So really, it was an American disrespecting an American flag. You see what I did there? That's why I'm glad you brought me back. Thank you for following, Kendrick. That's why I love my channel, because people be following me. It's not even a country flag. So really, Puerto Rico they're Americans. So you're mad at an American for disrespecting an American flag 30 years ago. But then you're telling me that I should be okay with Teofimo saying what he said, or Ryan Garcia saying what he said. Say, oh, you should get over it.
Sounded like he from Puerto Rico or something.
You feel me? Come on, bro. So I'm not saying, I'm not even comparing the actions, but I'm just saying that the hypocrisy is real. It's just funny. The same people telling you what you should forgive, they ain't forgiving themselves. They're still mad at B-Hop. Not saying all of them. I'm just saying, but that was just an example that I was using. I used that particularly because what Kendrick just reiterated from what I said, that Puerto Rico is part of America, so he was an American disrespected an American flag. One like he was a Nigerian disrespected an American flag, or you know what I'm saying. So thank you, Kendrick, for bringing me back there. So no, you're not gonna dictate how I feel or how we feel. You know what I'm saying? No.
Doc.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jesus is king threw the gauntlet out there.
Oh Lord.
He said it's smoke.
Oh Lord.
I'm approaching the bench, to talk to Honorable Judge Dr. Boxing Talk Heyman.
Yes, sir.
Could we pull it a new way and remove the ban for this ass whipping of Jesus is king?
Your request has been approved by the high courts. Yes, sir. Hey, join up, Illuminati. Yeah, remember you asked for this now, so
don't come up here on some goofy shit, man.
You know it. That's what you gonna do, bro. I'm telling you. Remember Louis Neary caught anyway with that early hook. He gonna get you early, then you got to bounce back. Cause he gonna come in here with that bull jiving. He definitely gonna come in here bull jiving. That's what Illuminati does. We gonna lift the ban at your request.
Is next,
huh?
Because he talking about Joe Kawasaki, and Wales and whatever. He not even a man in the UK. That's just Wales.
That's just Wales. Talk to him. Because Carl Froch got something to say about that. And don't get me wrong, I think he beats Carl Froch, but it doesn't matter. The fact still remains that he didn't fight him. It's just like MJ Akhmadaliev. I think Naya in a way beats MJ Akhmadaliev, but I want to see that fight. I think it's a good fight.
He always speaks to the greatness of Joe as if he wasn't the whole reason why we even got a Super Six. Because of his gatekeeping and refusing to take on comparable opposition outside of his own borders.
Bro, please let me interrupt real quick, and I'm gonna let you have it, bro. Garden Snake. Remember when me and you were going at it? Remember I brought up the Super Six. Ty wasn't even here, so you see what he just said. And you said that you said that I was disrespecting Joe Cox. Bro, he just said the same thing, bro. He wasn't even here when me and you were going at it. I told you. I said, bro, the Super Six. He didn't fight anybody in the Super Six. He did. I correct myself. I said he did fight Mikkel, Great Dane, Kessler. That's the only one. He didn't fight Arthur Abram. He didn't fight Jermaine Taylor. He didn't fight Andre Ward. He didn't fight Alan Green. He didn't fight nobody in the Super Six, bro. Andre Durrell, Robert Stiglitz. He wasn't even in there. He didn't fight him. Carl Froch was in there. He didn't fight him. He ain't fight Edison Miranda from Colombia. Bro, there's just so many people that he is missing. Lucien Butte. He ain't even fight Lucien Butte. It just, like, at a certain point, it doesn't matter if you would lose. We have to see it, bro, because upsets do happen in boxing. I think Kawasaki would be, I'll say, out of the people I just named, I named about 8 people. I would say he'd probably be the favorite. He'll probably be the favorite overall because people are ridiculous. But I think that he beats probably 4 of them, 4 or 5. You know, I'm not saying that he'll lose to those guys, but he didn't fight them. I think he beats Edison Miranda. I think he beats Stiglitz. Well, I don't know about Robert Stiglitz. It was tough. But, I think I'll lean towards him to beat Stiglitz. Obviously, he beats Mikkel Kessler. He probably finds a way to beat Andre Durrell. Does he beat Andre Ward? Hell no, not to me. Does he beat Carl Froch? Maybe. I will lean towards him, but you never know. But go ahead, I'm done because this ain't my fight. I forgot. I said I have to vote against that ban. You gotta troll OD. I'm telling you.
It's weird how you can talk to anybody from the UK that's 29 years of age or older that was outside when that happened. If you go back to any telecast back then, they stated that stuff right there.
Talk to him.
Like Spencer Farron still talks shit about Joe Kawasaki not making moves.
Come on, man. I'm not making this up, man. We not making this up. I know if you like him, bro, it sounds like we hating on him, but we not.
That's your UK brethren.
Right. Spencer Farron, right. Spencer Farron, he's
he
out
got
there
a voice out there.
That's his UK brethren, bro. That's his partner them. That's his partner them. Joe Kawasaki is good. He's just, when you talk about being a Hall of Famer and an all-time great, I think he is a Hall of Famer. Of course, I don't think you question that. But when you talk about being a GOAT, man, now we got to talk about some things. And your opposition or lack of is very important. And unfortunately, his opposition does not, in hindsight, it does not look good. That's all. He said Roy Jones' resume is crap because that's crazy, bro.
Joe deserves to be in the Hall, but as far as UK supremacy or who's the man, He not even what's my boy name? Ricky Hatton.
You don't want to come on, bro. Come on, bro. Hitman? He not messing with Hitman. Not the Hitman. Not Hitman Hatton. Maybe Campbell Hatton. Maybe it's.
When they talk about UK legends, only a certain demographic throws out Joe Calzaghe's name.
It's not coming from me, chat. This is not coming.
Everybody
from me,
else
chat.
don't even mention it, to be honest, because
I agree. But it's not coming from me, chat.
He got a couple of names, but when did he fight them?
Literally a couple. Literally, as in two. Literally a couple. No exaggeration there, chat. When he says a couple, literally. My boy Tay in the building. This man said Tarver is a C-level fighter. That's crazy. And the fact that I told you got to leave Roy Jones. Roy Jones is undisputed. There's nothing. I don't have to go further than that. Garden?
He's saying it like Tarver wouldn't smoke on his boy Joe. What are you talking about?
Bro, the Magic Man? Come on, bro. You get magical on Joe. Magically delicious. Pause. Hey, yo.
No, did he?
But Carl Froch. I almost said the wrong name.
Crotch? That's because we said Tarver, and Tarver calls him Carl Crotch.
He probably gives Joe a good fight. I got him beating him in a split decision.
Yeah, I got Joe beating Carl Froch too, but it's close. I would have loved to see it. I can't count Carl.
I'm saying I got Carl.
Oh, hey.
Now we do a what if, like if this was a young Joe, then I might lean to him. But we talking about the 2-year time period leading up to the Super 6. He got cooked. But then they'd be like, he beat on the old man.
Which they don't say in regards to somebody else, right? 2 old men. But
Yep.
Hey. Tarver is, let me finish your statement. My bad, I didn't read the whole thing. Tarver is a C-level fighter, and he ran over a 35-year-old Roy Jones like he wasn't even there. But look what you just, okay, Card, I'm going to let you have it, because like I said, this is not my fight. But, Gardner, look what you just did. You just discredited Tarver for beating a 34-35-year-old Roy Jones. But then you're giving Joe Calzaghe credit for beating a 40-year-old Roy. You see what you did? Calzaghe beat an older Roy. So you knocking Tarver for beating a 35. Sorry, I keep saying 35. You're knocking Tarver for beating a 35-year-old Roy Jones. But then you also told me the other day that Calzaghe was good because he beat a 39-year-old Roy Jones, approaching 40. Come on, bro. You just contradicted yourself, man. But like I said, I'm done. That's not, you got it, bro. I don't want this fight. I told you I do not want this fight. Cito in the building. I don't want this fight, but this is not my fight, bro. I'm staying out of it, bro. It's just not my fault that Ty's saying a lot of things that make sense. It's not my fault. Ty's just saying a lot of things that make sense, man. I'm sorry. I gotta agree.
Bro, I'm trying to understand the rationale behind this man, because I don't understand how he can say because he beat this man, that equates to him having a better resume. There's plenty of lesser known fighters that have beat Hall of Famers that don't have better resumes.
Man, oh man, I don't know. You got it, bro. This is not my fight. I've been here already. I'm not going again. I'm not going.
Look at Shane Mosley got his ass whipped twice. By who?
That's not my fight. Not my fight.
But don't have a better legacy than him.
One of them was David Alves sneezing, wasn't it? You know, my bad. It's not my fight. Not my fight. My fault.
I'm talking about the same dude. He just couldn't. He just had his number. His boxing.
Oh! Rest in peace, Vernon Forrest. Or Winky Wright. Which one are you talking about?
Vernon.
Okay. Yeah. Rest in peace, Vernon Forrest. He said, but that didn't. Well, wait. He said, but didn't that will always be a gigantic stain on his career at 175? Roy had to fight Darius, but didn't that win? I think it would always be a gigantic stain on his career. Like I said, man, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, bro. Because I rock with you, bro. Now, you know what I'm saying? We had our little spout, our little back and forth. Our little spat, excuse me. I'm not mad at you,
Doc,
bro.
you being nice to him.
Yeah.
Now he's saying it's overrated, but that's the one thing you hearkened to earlier. Nah, miss me with that. You gotta pull up.
Come on, man. Yeah, but pull up. Hey, join, Garden. Yeah, join the Discord, man. That's where anybody could join, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, join the Discord, bro. Get your thoughts off, bro. You deserve to be heard, man. Don't make it's not one way, you know. I might disagree with you, but you can always get your thoughts off. And Ty might slaughter you, but you can still get your thoughts off.
Understand you a little better.
Yeah. Like my boy Dub said, put a voice and a face on it, man. Y'all must have forgot. Yes, Roy, I've been forget. That's crazy, bro. This man disrespectful. Oscar said, but if Calzaghe beats best win is Roy, there's not even a good win for Yes, exactly, Oscar, right. Calzaghe fights Bubs is crazy. I mean, it's not really crazy, but.
Hey, Guard State, if that's really you and your Abby, like all jokes aside, Joe Calzaghe wouldn't even have a cup of tea with you.
That's crazy.
And
yeah,
man.
Hey, Joe Calzaghe back in his heyday was a decent fighter, man.
There go my boy Cito in the building. What's good, bro?
Oh, mi tío.
What's up, man?
Mi tío. My guy, man. Shout out to me, my boy Cito, man. Mi hermano, all that. Mi hermano, mi primo, all that.
Hey, it's all good, brother. I feel the exact same way about you guys. I'm driving back to New Mexico right now.
Let's get right, man. My boy back at the crib. Let's go. I know you got plenty of cribs now.
Nah, man. I only got two. Listen, I got one property in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I rent when I'm in Chicago.
You sure, bro? You sure? I don't know, man. I think you like ludicrous, man. You got all different types of area codes. Got cribs in different area codes.
Hey, I ain't got that type of money. I'm not you, dog. I ain't rich like you.
Like me? Yeah, right. Yeah, one day. Speaking into existence, man.
Hey, you're Mr. PhD. I'm not you, man. I can't even calibrate myself to you.
Yeah, I don't use it though. I'm not using it, so you know, it's just there for.
Remember what you said, man. Intelligence is measured by what?
By what? By
we were talking about earlier. You can have all the education on the planet. Doesn't define you as an idiot still, right?
That's true. Yep, so, you're right.
So education is defined by what? Character and conduct.
Character and conduct. Yep, you're right. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Cito, man.
No, man. I was just chiming in real quick just to join you guys because it's been a while since I chatted with you guys.
Hell yeah, man.
With you lovely gentlemen. I'm amazed Oscar isn't here, man. I know he's on the chat, but he's usually one of the very first people that want to talk.
Yeah, he was in here yesterday for the late show. I think he said he was busy today. He did tell me that yesterday he was gonna be busy today, so I'm just glad he's even in the chat.
Oscar's a cool dude. I'm gonna roll up on him one day over there in Oklahoma because I always cut through there when I always cut through Oklahoma every time, but he's on the. He told me, I'm not putting no one's personal business, but from the route that I take, which is 40, which is a big interstate that cuts all the way across from Arizona all the way up to Illinois, he would be on the opposite side of where I cut through. So one day I'm going to have to meet up with him.
Yeah, man, pull up on him. Help him get rid of some of them coyotes, man, them coyotes.
Dude, I got plenty of them. I got plenty of them up here in New Mexico, bro. My pit bull actually beat up a nasty ass little coyote not that long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you underestimate. I got a small little, 60-pound Staffordshire Terrier.
Oh, yeah, them Staffords ain't no joke.
That Staffy tore him apart. He's not a violent dog. He's actually a very chill dog, but remember, I got a 3-year-old. I have a little yard, and that little coyote was getting a little too comfortable for his own good, and my pit bull just snatched them up.
Yes, sir. Wow. That's why we love him, man. That protective instinct kicked in.
That's why the original Staffy in England was called the nanny dog.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Staffordshire Terriers are considered nanny dogs, sir. There's a difference between the American Pit Bull and a Staffy.
Yep. Yeah, that I know. Yep. I know.
Same family, different breed.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's cool to chat with you guys. Like I said, I got a couple more hours to go before I get to Albuquerque, so I figure I'm just gonna listen to you guys in the background.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Mr. Ty, whenever you're on the Discord, man, I don't bite, man. You can always talk to me.
Yeah.
He said,
anyways, man, God bless you guys, bro. And by the way, I got one last thing to say to you guys. Who was the greenest president in U.S. history? The Bushes.
That's crazy.
Wow.
George Bush, H.W. Bush, W. Bush. Yeah, facts.
I thought they had the gas.
Oh, yeah, they still do. The Bushes still own a lot of oil fields out here in Texas.
you know it.
That's how they made their money. They're oil tycoons.
You know it, and you know I'm in Florida, so I had 3 presidencies of Bushes because you know the governor.
Oh yeah, the Jeb Bush was over there, wasn't he?
Yep, Jeb Bush, exactly.
Yeah.
The governor's the president of the state, right? So I had 3 run-ins with with 3 different Bushes, the father, the son, and then the brother. Jeb Bush was the governor.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was in the military during George W. during 2001. Yeah,
Yes,
trust
sir.
me, because of that fucking prick, I ended up doing 3 deployments overseas. So yeah, never again.
I'm glad you're good though, man. Shout out to you.
Oh yeah. Anyways, Jets, have a good one.
Hey,
God
man,
bless.
you too, bro. God bless you too, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, man.
Later, Ty.
All right, bro. I'm gonna add you back.
For sure, brother. God bless, man.
He said if Gardner stay pulling up, if not, I'll consider that duck of the year. He ain't pulling up, man. Gardner don't want no smoke for real. He said Parle's not a one-trick pony. Yeah, Richard Hitchens said that in some video that he's a one-trick pony. I saw that interview.
He tripping.
Yeah, I think he's tripping too. But hey, whatever gets him in that zone to feel like he could dominate, man. I think it's a good fight. When is that again? December. Sometime in December 6th or something. Good Lord willing. Something like that. Yeah, I don't think he's a one-trick pony either. But you said if Hitchens loses to Parlo, it's an upset. You think so?
Who said that?
That's what Canelo said. I don't think it's an upset, bro. I don't really know who would be the favorite. Who do y'all think? Who do you think's the favorite? Probably Paro.
How would Hitchens be favored?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I mean,
in what market is he being favored?
Right. Yeah, Canelo, you gotta tell me. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think it's a good fight, but I don't think it'll be an upset if Hitchens wins. I mean, you gotta think Paro just beat Subra Matias, who a lot of people consider the guy that not only everybody was ducking, but Hitchens in particular, because he was a mandatory for the IBF for a while. The IBF belt is what Subra Matias had. And then a lot of people see, which I disagree with, they think that his win against Gustavo Lemos he was a beneficiary of a robbery. I don't think so. I thought the right person won. But it was a close fight. I thought the right person won against, so, you know, Liam Paro, I think is, I would think he would be the favorite, bro.
Yeah, like that has to be an opinion because I'm looking right now. Vegas has Paro as a -250.
Yeah. Okay.
And Richardson Hitchens is a +300.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, Richardson Hitchens, he was looked at as avoiding Subra Matias despite being a mandatory, and he was looked at as coming off of a controversial win. So that makes sense to me. A guy who's fighting Keyshawn Davis, and if Keyshawn Davis runs through him, it's going to look even worse for that Hitchens quote unquote struggle with him. It was definitely a close fight. Don't get me wrong. I just thought the right person won.
I just hope he come in there to box and put on his best performance because he's on the fringe of being shelved right next to Montana Love.
They're going to do him like Montana? That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
He do more talking than actually accepting fights.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing Eddie don't like. If I give you options, at least pick one.
Facts. Eddie definitely want to get them fights popping, so yeah, he was a matchroom, so he's not like he's with PBC, where they don't fight too often, so he's definitely a matchroom. So I would think that his inactivity is up to him, is on him. I mean, as opposed to his team, his promotional team. I
think that's something he's been good with over the years. Only time you're not active, you're injured.
Right. Canelo says Hitchens being Shakur Tank Boy undefeated and being marketed as one of the best is the reason why it would be upset if he loses. I don't know if he's marketed as the best, man. I don't know. I don't think so.
Is that your opinion? Like,
yeah,
what's that based on?
Yeah, because Ty just looked up the numbers. He's the underdog.
And I'm from the same market as Hitchison and Shakur. Hitchens might be, like clicked in with them, but they don't put them in the same category.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, you ain't good by association now. Nah, hell no, it works. He said if in that Lemos fight, even though he struggled with his weight, he didn't want to give up his own. Yeah, like I said, I'm the one. Well, go check the video, man. I got some hate. People were mad at me saying that because I said it wasn't a robbery.
I thought the right person won. People were on my head top about it, but I don't care. I'm always gonna say what I feel, and I thought Richardson Hitchens. I don't think it's a knock. It's not a knock, but that I'm saying what people would say, and that's the reason why what Ty just read off was that reflected that he's not the favorite. So that's all I was saying. I was saying that's the reason why he won't be the favorite. Not that I thought it was a good win. I think Gustavo Lemos is a good fighter, but at the same time,
I ain't
still,
trying to poop
Keyshawn
on one of
Davis
the guys, but this is one of his first main events.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Keyshawn smokes it, Lemos is not gonna look as good. Yeah,
I think Paul has 3 already.
What you say?
I think Paul has 3 under his belt already.
3 main events, 3 headliners.
Yeah, 3 headliners.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I believe you. If you're telling me, you're asking me. If you're telling me, I believe it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only one of them was like nationally televised.
Okay. The Matias joint.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Oscar says he's ready for Barincek. I want to see Barincek again too. We'll see.
Shit, Kendrick is right.
What Kendrick say?
About Hitchens.
We don't even know Hitchens like that. He far from a household name, even in popularity, let alone about yet. Yeah. Agreed.
I just hate how he try to market himself because that's not him as a person. It just seems like, even with his last interview, it was like he was 50-50 with it. He was partly honest, but at the same time trying to appease to some people he rocked with.
Yeah, because I just didn't. I watched the interview, and that's the one I was talking about when I was real annoyed with him with his Devin Haney take about going to court. I thought that was, like I said, even if you say you don't do it, leave it at that. But the way you go so hard is like, what are you talking about, bro? And then we, call all the other people soft that go to court then.
Shit.
So I don't understand. Why is
he lucky I like him as a person.
Exposed city. He said you expose him, man. You better be careful.
But it's ironic how the people that say they wouldn't do this or that with court, the minute they get put in a position, first thing they do is go call their lawyer.
You know it, bro. That should sound good, man. Nah, these cats ain't tough like that, man. That sound good. Yo, 2-4 in the building. What's good, brethren? I want Tio versus Tank. I would like that fight too.
Facundo Pico.
I would like that fight too, bro. Oh yeah, I saw your message about the membership too, bro. I appreciate it, man. I don't know why. I think it's because, are you on a Android? Maybe.
No, I'm on. All I got is iPhones.
That's what I meant to say. Sorry, not the Android. If it was Android, it would work. Yeah, are you on the iPhone? Yeah, Apple. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, if you're on Apple, I think that they always have trouble with the YouTube interface and stuff like that. I think that's why, but I appreciate you anyway, bro. I appreciate the effort and stuff.
I was going down the line. I couldn't, for whatever reason, I couldn't do it on yours. I re-upped on Campside.
That's crazy.
Another one. But I went to go click on yours and I didn't see it.
What?
Like, just like right now, I'm in the live chat, right?
Oh, you're a member,
I can't even click on the option to change from top messages to all messages.
Oh, you're a member right now. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, but I was gifted it. I'm trying, you know what I mean?
I appreciate it, bro.
Spend my money with the people I support.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. So it worked when you were on other people's channel, but not my. That's bro. YouTube be bro, when we grow, it's gonna be that much better, bro. Why they be hating on me, chat?
Yeah, like I can't even really see the tier list for yours. Like
that's crazy.
I know your video that when you was promoted, it said like you said your tier list. So I'm like, all right, let me upgrade this.
That's crazy, bro. So when you want, let me pull it up on my phone.
So when you want it, it don't say join or nothing.
Nah.
That's crazy.
Like right now, I see C perks. Right. When I do that on anybody other ones, it takes me to like your membership thing, shows the tier list, and I could click on the next option and I could upgrade it. Put in my little boom, boom, boom in there. On yours, I can't click on shit.
That's crazy. Okay, I could do it on my. Oh, that's weird because when I click join, it shows me all 3 tiers. It says join and all. Yeah, I don't know.
Mine just shows 4 gloves.
I definitely believe emojis. Yeah, I believe you. I was gonna think maybe, but you said I was gonna think maybe because you're already a member. But like you said, is if it lets you show you on other ones when you're a member, then I don't know. It should still let you upgrade. Yo, my boy Oscar dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter.
These biscuits.
Yo, thank you so much, man. He said, I want Ty versus Garden Snake in the Discord. No ducking. Uh-oh. He said, hey, Garden, you got to pull up, man. You being requested, bro. What's up, Garden? You trying to slither away like the snake you are. Oh, no. Let me find out you ducking.
Exchange. We can talk UFC boxing.
Right, bro. You know what I'm saying? We keep it. We have something for look, bro. If you want to feel even more special, I got you, bro.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
Right. We got the squabble. We got the squabble scene, man. People want to squabble, bro. We got the scoreboard up. We go have a friendly debate. We ain't got to do all that though. We can just, you know what I'm saying? Keep it civilized and keep it recreational, you know? He said the pride of Wales and he's dancing off sleep. That's how you know that's how I know you're not serious, because you ain't even spell Wales right. You make it sound like he the king of the animals. He out here like Aquaman. That ain't Princess Diana or Wales. Rest in peace, Princess Diana. He said you watching the MMA and Regis fight. You know I'm watching the Regis fight. Now the MMA, I don't know. But Regis for sure. Catterall and Regis nearly got 2K. Well deserved after 10 months. Man, I appreciate that, Canelo. Thank you, bro. We almost there, man. Please don't forget to like the video and keep the support going so we can keep growing, you know. Shout out to everybody that supports, man, in any capacity, man. From super chatters, the stickers especially, and the members especially, man. Cash appers, all that. Got to give them more love. But everybody that's in here supporting from chatting and all that stuff and watching the videos, liking the videos, thank you, too. But
what you doing for your anniversary? I think it's what, the 24th?
Yeah, I think that's what you told me before. I don't even know, to be honest. But yeah, I think you said 24th of November, right? I think you told me. I don't know, bro. I'm not good at celebrating, bro. Like I didn't even realize we hit 200 videos, bro.
I gotta come through and drop that 50 piece again.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. Ain't no pressure. Like I said, you do a lot already. Look for change, love. I just did it, and I'm on Android, so get off that Pete. He's on Android. He's on shout out to my boy Kendrick, man. Upgraded that joint. He's not on Android though. He's on iPhone. Shout out to my boy Kendrick, man. Let's go. Reading up on the membership, coming through like a boss. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that membership, man. He said Ty out here saying fake news, bro. That's crazy. Don't do my boy Ty like that. Nah, he good for it, man. He says fake news.
If you out here getting fake vagina,
you need to log in for me and do it
over your fake jury.
I don't know.
Reality is reality.
Before though too, so. But shout out to you, Ty. I appreciate that upgrade, man. Thank you, bro. Karma said Wales. Oh, sleep. Nah, you good. You good. I was messing with you. You know I just be talking trash. Garden Snake. I'm just talking trash. K Beauty in the building. What's good, K Beauty? One time for the ladies. Let's get right. Well, I shouldn't assume that. That name is like if you're not a woman, I apologize. I shouldn't assume. Yeah, my fault. I shouldn't assume. My fault. The name just seemed very feminine to me. Pollo in the kitchen. Talk to him. Talk to him, Karma. Big Pollo in the kitchen. Twofold supposed to pull up too, man. You supposed to pull up one of these days. You know, we about to watch that. Shout out to Canelo for reminding me of the incoming.
the upcoming press conference with Fury and Usyk. We definitely gonna watch that. 'Cause you know Fury gonna give us something. He gonna give us some type of quotable or something. You know, he was on Twitter quoting Tupac. Man, over there talking about him. I swear the UK got to be great, bro. The UK, bro, they love the old music, bro. I ain't gonna lie. My boy's quoting "Hit him up" at Usyk, bro.
If Fury come in all jittery, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Big Coke is back.
Oh Lord, not the booger sugar.
Nah, when he was on the booger sugar, he was on some shit.
Oh, you say he gonna get right? Okay. Yeah, okay. Coming through like Tony Montana.
You know, in the hood, they say it's two things you can't knock out. One of them is a dude on dope.
Yep, that's a fact. That's
they
a
pop
fact.
right back up.
That cokehead strength is real. That crackhead strength too. You were
crack.
Okay, I'm
like
crack.
Undertaker.
Okay. What's up, beauty? Yeah, facts. That's how he rolls up like the Undertaker. Hey, my boy be coked up, bro. Shout out to Fury, man. My boy be on him. I'm very feel.
That thing decent.
The thing decent. I'm very feel. Wait, what you talking about? Yeah, never mind. I'm on my business. When I be clicking the lines, then think it put me in the room by myself. I don't know if I be clicking the right thing. In a room by yourself. Try to click. Okay, so when you click on it, there's voice. I can show you right now.
Oh, he did it right.
Okay. I don't never see you. So you got to go to the voice channel. You click on the voice channel. If Fury quotes hit him up again, I swear, I'm telling you, Oscar, let it go. He said he's very feels, man. Shout out to you right, guard. Shout out to Usyk too, man. I like Usyk, man. Pink cocaine.
Click on that chilling lines with that AFK.
Yeah, click on AFK or chilling lines, right? So I'm gonna pull it up for you real quick. I know that if you're on the cell phone, the interface might be different, but once you click on the lines, then you come down to the voice channel, chilling lines or AFK, and then I'll see you and I'll pull you up here. The reason why I separate is because this one's locked, is because when I'm talking to somebody, like if I'm interviewing somebody, I've had people pop in, accidentally of course, and just come in there thinking we just chilling in the voice channel. But yeah, even if you're that's why these voice channels are made though. If you want to just chill in, let's say like Ty, I'm not online, and Ty and Oscar just rapping in the Discord, you can be in chilling lines, and so anybody could join and just
Doc,
talk.
You mean like how I pulled up on Edwin?
Facts. but it was appreciated though. The other one wasn't. It was an interruption. That was encouraged because it was my guy. But he be wilding. But I gotta, like I said, I no disrespect to anybody. I'm not talking about Edwin. Just talking about people. I think that we enjoy. I feel like me, you, and this channel, we enjoy boxing, man. Some people enjoy boxing differently than I do. I don't like boxing from a reality TV soap opera standpoint. I like boxing for the boxers and the fights. I don't really care about the internet drama and stuff like that. That's not my cup of tea, So that's why I just kind of remove myself from those interactions because
upgrade the app on here.
I don't like it. Finna try right now, bet. Oh, yeah, I see you right now. Let's get it, my guy. I'm about to get off soon though. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting hungry. My boy, 2-4 in the building. What's good, brethren? Appreciate you pulling up. Let's see. Your well, no, we can't hear you though. So if you can hear me, oh, I hear you now. There you go. There go my boy. Let's get right.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you changed the audio output, right?
My audio output. How I do that?
Now we can hear you. You can hear us.
I can hear y'all, but it's just like my volume went down like hella low.
Really? If you click on the side, if you click on our names, you could turn this up on your end.
Click your name.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I never did it on the cell phone before, so I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I'm on a cell phone. That's probably why.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see if I can click on mine and tell you how to do it.
You holding your phone up to your face?
Yeah. Nah, I'm talking and then I'm putting it up to my face to see like what y'all saying. Cause at first I was just
go to audio output and then put it on speaker. That probably work better for you.
Audio output.
Appreciate the help, Ty.
Speaker. Why go to audio output at?
If you got an iPhone, like Use your thumb and slide at the bottom, and it'll give you options.
Click the microphone.
No. Pull that little bar that's above it up.
Above the little chat thing, and not even letting me pull it up. Slide.
You see a little microphone, then it's a little message bubble. Yeah. Just slide that joint up.
The trap folder is crazy, Oscar. Y'all wild. Get off my boy. Don't
It's trapping on.
I can hear y'all. It's all good. I can hear it a little bit better. Now let me just roll this window up.
Oh, you good, man.
Or better yet, man, go to your main options. You know how you switch around your video thing? You can change the sound option up there. It'd be like iPhone, and it says speaker up there.
Yeah, I don't mind figuring it out too far. You ain't interrupting nothing, bro. If you can figure it out, it's good. So for the next time and stuff. So unless you just don't feel like doing it.
I'm about to back out, try to figure it out, and then I'm gonna slide back on.
All right, bet. Yeah, I don't mind though, bro. You're not interrupting anything, bro. Ain't no pressure.
Get out this motherfucker.
Ain't no pressure. See that Travis? He said that's how Fury woke up from Wilder knocking him out. I'm telling you, he got he woke right back up, bro. Hey yo, he was more stiff. He had a flashback. Yeah, hold on now. Yeah, man. So I think that what we were talking about again, man. So what's up? Let's revisit this for a lot of people. I see some people are here now that weren't here earlier. Who y'all have for KO of the year, man? That's hot, bro. That's a hot category. Like I said, I know it may not be as impressive for who he knocked out, but man, the way the knockout happened, man, I think I'm going with. And I wasn't thinking this before until I was talking through it. I think I'm going with AJ, bro. That AJ and Ngannou was crazy, bro.
Yeah, it gotta be AJ.
Gotta
because
be,
you know
bro.
when they gauge that, they don't ever like put the criteria of who you knocked
Facts.
out. It's the performance of it.
Facts.
I remember Devin Haney won it against who the fuck was that guy?
Yeah, right. Who the fuck was that guy? Yeah, but remember, who's the guy that knocked out? Remember the young bull, Alan Garcia? That was a good one too. I can't remember his name though. He was unknown. You know, I just remember Alan Garcia. He has a female trainer, and she was just like, oh, that joke was too. She made it so much worse, bro. God bless her, bro. Angelo Leo. Yeah, we talked about Angelo. So I'm gonna run through the list real quick for y'all. For those of you that are just tuning in. So KO of the year. Think about Lucas Body, H2O Silv, crazy. Think about Tank versus Frank, crazy. Think about Clarissa Shields and Joe Nissi. She was moving up to heavyweight. It wasn't a one-shot knockout, but she overwhelmed her and ran through her. Think about Martin Bacoli versus Jared Anderson, big baby. Think about Arislandi Lara versus Michael Zarafa. That was crazy. 2 rounds. Think about Caballel and Sanchez. I was more of a wearing them down, but still. Think about Zhang versus Wilder. Wilder thought he was fighting two Chinamen. You know what I'm saying? He was only fighting Big Bang Zhang. You know what I'm saying? But he was going through it. Shout out to Big Bang Zhang, man. Big China in the building. Think about Brian Norman versus Giovanni Santillan in his backyard. That was crazy. He went to San Diego, bruh, and the underdog, heavy, took that title like, you know what I'm saying, like he was supposed to. Think about Junto Nakatani versus Alejandro Santiago, and also Junto Nakatani versus Vicente Astrolabio. The Astrolabio was 1 round, boom, punch right to the stomach. Now it didn't look that good because the punch didn't look too devastating, but I didn't know 2-4 slid out of here. But that was still impressive as well. Like we said, Angelo Leo and Luis Lopez. I'm missing somebody. Okay, AJ and Ngannou. Oh, speaking of AJ, Daniel Dubois, AJ. And then of course Bakhram Murtazaliev versus Tim Tszyu, 3-round demolition. So there's some okay, we got Beauty. She chimed in. She said H2O knockout was crazy. That he was winning. He didn't lose a moment of that fight until he lost the whole fight. He was winning virtually every second of that fight. And then foul. Dropped a bomb on him. I said, oh my goodness. H2O knockout was crazy, man. I think Silv could bounce back, but boy. AJ, Oscar says, hey, yeah, I think I'm going to go with AJ and Ngannou because that was, whew. KO, AJ, upset, Bakhram, fight of the year. DD, okay. KO, AJ, okay. Upset of the year, Bakhram, fight of the year, Triple D. I'm with you on fight of the year, Triple D. Upset of the year, I think I'm leaning for either Liam Paro over Matias because that was, again, in his backyard, Puerto Rico. As an underdog, for me, upset of the year is either Liam Paro over Subra Matias or Brian Norman Jr. over Giovanni Santillan. But I'm not mad at Bakhram. Bakhram over Murtazaliev was a heavy upset. AJ versus Dubois was a heavy upset. All Dubois fights were upsets. And KO of the year, AJ, I agree with you. So I agree with you on KO of the year and fighter of the year, Triple D. Daniel Dubois beating Hergovich, and AJ was great as underdog twice. Ooh, Robisi Ramirez versus Benitez. I forgot about that Garden Snake. Robisi, he hit him with an uppercut. He charged that thing up like it was a sure you can. I forgot about Robisi. Nah, bro, that might be up there, bro. That was an uppercut from hell. I ain't gonna lie, that was like he's, bro. Do you remember? Like, he squatted. Ain't no way he's supposed to get hit with that, bro. Like, bro, no, hold on, I gotta pull it up, bro. That was crazy. I don't know if y'all remember that, chat. That was crazy, bro. Bro, the man squatted down, Ty. Squatted down and came up like it was choreographed. That was, bro.
Dude got hit with the Dempsey roll mid-fight.
Bro. Nah, that KO was wild. I'm not gonna lie. That might be it, bro. I forgot about that one. Shout out to Garden Snake. I forgot about that one, bro. The man squatted down and charged it up. If you ever play Streets of Rage, you remind me of Burning Knuckle by Axel. You go from the ground. Nah, bruh. Nah, we gotta see the slow motion, bro. And then he took a bow afterwards. Nah, he violated him, bro. And then hit him with a 2-piece afterwards. Nah, bro. You don't do people like that, bro. Hold on, chat. Cause y'all about to see this. We about to watch this. Cause this was crazy, bro. You use Google. Hey, I'm not mad at it. That ain't cheating, bro. Hey, you use the tools at your disposal. That ain't cheating. That's smart. Work smarter, not harder. Look at that, bro. That don't make no sense, bro. Bro, the man ducked down and charged it. Bow. Nah, bro, that's crazy. And then gave him the biscuit afterwards. Nah, bro. You don't do, nah, bro. And had him doing the stanky leg. Look at this. Oh, you can. Bro, that's crazy, bro. Nah, bro. Nah. That might be it. Ty, that might be it, Ty. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy, bro. I still got AJ, though. I still got AJ. But that was crazy. Robbery of the year, definitely Oshiki Foster and
Hobson.
Yeah, Hobson. Yeah, exactly. Robson. But that boy, he Robson. Yeah, Hobson could say so. I like that. I'm gonna call him Hobson until.
Man, that's the actual pronunciation for his name.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it? Oh, okay, my fault.
Yeah, you know he Brazilian.
Yeah, true. He, yep. Speaking that Portuguese over there. Yeah, that was vicious. Anthony Cook. Oh, I got to look that one up. Anthony Alasquaga. Yep. Alasquaga. He's at what? What's he at? 115 or 118? I think he might be 112 actually. I don't remember. I know he's lower. I can't remember where Anthony Alasquaga on. But last time I seen him fight, he fought on that Junto Nakatani card, if I'm not mistaken. Not the recent one, but the one before that where Nakatani fought Vicente Astrolabio. You know it was a robbery too? Huh?
Oh, somebody telling me the T real quick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, why am I not in the States?
Enjoy yourself out there, man.
You heard about that beef with Lamont Roach and Gary Allen Russell?
Yep. Talking about pull up on him at the gym and invite him to the gym. Huh?
Why they trying to pull up to each other's gym for the fade?
Yep. Talking about pulling up to each other's gyms, man. They better relax. That's Lamont Roach is he better be careful. Russell might be working for Tank, trying to distract him.
Allegedly, somebody pulled up.
Yeah. That's what, I heard. Well, this is what I heard. I could be wrong, but I heard Russell pulled up. From what I heard. Obama phone. That's I'm asleep. Oh yeah, but I'm glad Karma said something because that's all I want to say. Karma about to be mad at me, but I gotta say, Michaela Mayer and Natasha Jonas. That was a robbery too. I think Hobson Kasesau robbery over Oshiki Foster was worse, but Natasha Jonas, man, Michaela Mayer got robbed out there in England, man. They robbed her barefaced with no mask on. with the blicky out in front of everybody. Nah, she got robbed. Man. Yeah, but Kayla Mayer got robbed in that fight. Shout out to Natasha Jonas, though. Like I say, we have to keep in mind that fighters fight and judges judge. She's a beneficiary of a robbery, but I don't dislike Natasha Jonas. You know, it's not her fault. But I definitely think that she was a beneficiary of a robbery, man. I think Kayla Mayer won that for sure. I got AJ Ngannou. Forgot he's had his legs after that. But I'm telling you, bro, his legs were crazy. The legs was crazy, bro. It's like he got unplugged fast.
That's when you question whether the judges were paid or they just had a bad vantage point of the fight.
Yep.
I don't like some of the seats they be giving them.
That's true. That's
like, all right, you judged that. What the fuck was you seeing?
Facts. And it don't help that she's American going to England too, so you know people are automatically gonna think something fishy going on. Oh, that was last year? I thought that was the beginning of this year. You could be right. It probably was last year, Karma. Towards the end of last year, then maybe. No, I think it was in January. I think it was in January, because I think it was around the time. It was either a week after or a week before the Callum Smith and Beterbiev fight, which I know that was in January. I think that was like in the middle of January, if I'm not mistaken. Is there a logical way that the judges saw the bro? I don't know, Cry. I don't think there's a logical way, but the only thing I could see with I think, okay, so I think it's nitpicking, right, with Oshiki. Like, I think he could have fought with a higher sense of urgency, yes. I think he could have countered a little bit more, yes. But even with the things that he could have done better, I think that he did everything good enough to win clearly. So even like, I can't see, even if I can see what Shock could have done better, I can't see what Robson Caseso done that was effective. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't change that Robson Caseso didn't do enough. Even if you want to look at what Shock could have did more.
I was there for that. Yep, and the general consensus of the whole building was, what the fuck was that?
Right.
I heard 10-2, 12-0.
Right. Well, I think I had it. I think I had it 10-2.
Where you was sitting in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Ty was in the building, and he said everybody in there felt like he won. That was crazy, bro. Lucky he didn't have a riot.
People was fighting in the stands and left. That's why I was like, yo, it's a little, production activity with them showing people walking out, because that wasn't at the end.
Yeah. Garden Snake has a question for both of us. He said, would you rather see open scoring, Doctor and Ty? June to the last fight was open score. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be opposed to a scoreboard. So open, it's on the Jumbotron or something like that. I think that I don't mind. I'm not one of those that are like, it needs to be done, but yeah, if you're asking me to do it, I would say have a live scoreboard, live open scoreboard. Yeah, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? All three judges.
Like open score and like in what terms?
Say it again.
Open score and like what terms? Like as far as
I don't know what he
like
means.
The three judges on some type of iPad and you can see their selections round by round.
Yeah, that's what I think he's saying.
That's kind of similar how they do it in wrestling. Like I don't know if you follow the Olympics. That's how dudes was a relationship from like the coach to the actual wrestler.
Yep. Yeah, I think it should be open, man. In my opinion. I think everybody should know. Why not? Why we keep it a secret? I think the only reason why you would advocate for secrecy in regards to scoring is if you in somebody's pockets. You know what I'm saying? You try to change something, and not get caught. And then you're going to mask it and say, oh, I just want to be traditional, Some traditions don't need to be kept.
Shit, for some fights, you don't even realize who the actual judges is until you look on BoxRec.
Facts. A judge might get hit in the back of the head. That's a fact. That's true. Okay, so that's a good point, Beauty. So I do think judges' safety, maybe they need to change put them in a box or something. Like make sure it's like bulletproof, soda proof, beer proof. Yeah, maybe they need to change the location of the judges if we're gonna have open scoring, because they might get punched on. You're right about that. Their safety, would definitely be in jeopardy. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I ain't gonna lie.
It's not like they actually sit next to people.
That's true, but they might get something tossed at them. I don't fight. I don't argue. I just hit that bitch.
The only thing they would have to worry about is a promoter probably snuffing them, because that's the only people that's actually near them.
You seen Eddie Hearn last fight? He might snuff some. He might have snuffed somebody. If he had Eddie Hearn might have snuffed one of them for real. Eddie Hearn was irate. And that one time, remember Bob Arum woke up mad. He woke up like he wasn't sleeping for the whole Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor fight and waddled his old behind in the ring. He probably would have swung on somebody too. So, but you're right though, Ty. It ain't too dangerous, you know. We dragging it, but still, I do think that is something you should consider because people are crazy, man. Unfortunately, people are crazy these days. Can't put nothing past them.
Yeah, they should come up with a better uniform policy as far as where they sit. Yeah. Because not every venue is the same, and you can't get the same vantage point per fight.
I agree. He said, "Yeah, penalty box. Yeah, facts. Put him in the penalty box."
But all of them?
All of them.
That's only one look.
Separate ones. Make 3 separate penalty boxes at different locations. I don't know. He said, "I prefer this type of score. I love the adrenaline and the quick emotional reactions." I'm not mad at that. But chat, man, I'm about to call him, man. I gotta get some food in my system, man. I'm hungry, man. Well, hell yeah, man. Ty, appreciate you coming through. Who else came through today? Cito, Tufo came through. I think that was it, right? Yes, sir, man. But if you're new to the stream, we will be back on for the late show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, good Lord willing. Stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. for the morning show and 7 p.m. for the evening show. And then we stream also on the weekends and provide live boxing commentary. We will be back on tonight, of course, at 7. But matter of fact, what time's the fight start? We might be on earlier because I don't know what time the fight starts for pro. It usually starts at like 7. So, but yeah, the pro box fight, Mayo Yoshida versus Sharetta Metcalf. Oh, it's at 8. So yeah, we're gonna get on our normal time at 7, and we'll be live for the fight.
Oh, tonight?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the headline is
I'm gonna see if I can pop up.
Yeah, she Mayo Yoshida, for those unfamiliar, her last fight we saw her fight was against Ebony Bridges. Ebony Bridges? Yeah, no. Ebony Banks? Ebony Bridges, yeah, Ebony Bridges. The fighter from Australia that always advertises her OnlyFans and stuff. That was a good fight though. My hand can't reach them, but my heel can. See, she go pull a George Bush. Remember when George Bush was on the podium?
Ain't she on maternity leave?
That's crazy, bro. Oh, I don't know. They
she pregnant.
Who?
Ebony Bridges, the busty really? One that be being the lingerie and all that.
Yeah, she be in the lingerie. Yeah. Oh, she's on maternity leave. Oh, okay, that's what's up, man. Congratulations to her. But yeah, that was the last time we saw Mayo Yoshida. She fought her. That was a good fight too. But Beauty said she gonna throw a heel at her like one dude that threw a heel at not his heel, but he threw his shoe at George Bush. George Bush ducked it though. George Bush said he got quick reactions, baby. You saw the clip of Bob Arum doing an interview, and all of a sudden some music blasted. He told the person to shut it down. Nah, I didn't see that. Is that recent or old? But yeah, Ty, I'm about to go ahead and slide, bro. I appreciate you, man. Catch you on the next one, bro. Yeah, yes, sir. God bless, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and slide, man. Sliding. Shout out to my boy Ty for coming through always, man. I appreciate that. I gotta check that out though. I didn't see that one. But yeah, like I said, man, don't forget to hit that like button for your boy. Helps the channel keep going and growing, you feel me? Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side. Catch y'all on the next one, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back here for the late show though. Most importantly, even more important than hitting that like button, more importantly, remember with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.